Cause they operate on slow mo. What happens if I do it like this? Okay, that'd be better. Um, I don't even know. You say straight. I'm outside with it. I got my light outside, so she's tech though. Okay. All right. You know how I do it, like Mactown in the building, South Side. I'm gonna talk about the Mactown too, so I'm glad somebody from Macon in here. When I talk about Hassan Campbell, I'm gonna talk about the South Side. I'm gonna talk about Macon. Nice one. It's a regular size cigar, you know. It ain't that big, but I got the Blue Cohiba Churchill too much. Love from the Toros, they'll talk about it. Yeah. Yeah, man. Matt Town, man. Much love, East Side, Dean and all of them on the East Side. I ain't gonna lie, right now the East Side I got the best DJ with my boy AD. I gotta hit up my boy AD, who still play my music and making right now. You know what I'm saying? Bloomfield, West Side. I used to live on the West Side too. Home of the Fish Dock, Macon Mall. That's the Southwest. Check out Wartown Battles. I'll be in Warner Robins tomorrow. But yeah, I will be supporting. I didn't know Macon and Warner Robins had a little lead till I talked to John the Don. John the Don want me to do some camera work for his lead. So any Wartown Battle get on the hill, do it free. Macon I do it for free. Just for them. That's the I won't charge nothing to do it for free to do it. Um man, let me say this right here. When that sick crazy stuff came up, you know, with the stuff old boy was doing, I said I ain't gonna talk about him no more. And because when you get on a level like that, it's too dark. But this topic here is I have been honest with anybody who come to my channel. Other people try to lie to kick it. They'll get a little popular and people will be like, you riding somebody else's coattail. I tell you the truth, there's nothing you can learn that you're gonna learn behind the scenes that I'm not gonna tell you. If you've been rocking on my channel, why not talk about Kwame Brown if Kwame Brown brings the people to you and you can still spit your message? It'd be different if you talk about Kwame Brown and you just fake to get views. But I want people to come here to hear what I have to say because I feel like I do have something to offer. Whether I do have something to offer or not determines upon the listener. So if you feel like I don't, you can tune out or you can try to discredit me. You can do whatever option you have. But at least I'm honest about why I'm here. I've never been here for the name of the people I mentioned. I have never been here for Stephen A. Smith, for Kwame Brown. I've never been here for Matt Barnes. I've never been here for Hassan Campbell. I've been here because these are popular examples that you can use your name to. Amongst my way of while I'm here, I have found people that I do like. You know, I do like that Kwame Brown setting up a shoe drive. I do like he's offering a chance for people to be free and listen and think. I do like that he's preaching that you don't have to like everything somebody else say. I do like he got a real big platform where he can get a grandma. Sweet grandma came on there the other day, elderly woman who was spitting knowledge, all the way down to a young man who was like 19 years old who was spitting knowledge. I do like that he got a hub for positivity. So along the way, you do see things that you like, but I have never lied about my objective. My objective is I feel like I got something to fucking say, and this is the largest platform I can use to do it on. So the same thing been here. Shout out to Ken Porter. What's up, Ken Porter? Um, yeah, we don't play the victim role. Yeah, I ain't even go on that little sick shit that he be on. I'm finna go on this coding shit that he was on. I'm gonna talk about the coding shit. Basically, what happened. Um, I'm sitting here. I put my kids in bed. I took my kids in. After tucking my kids in, I went on the YouTube and I saw my man Gravity Takeout video where he talked about Hassan Campbell was putting down Kwame Brown for coding. And I could never get on Kwame Brown chat. For y'all who want to see me on Kwame Brown, I don't think that's gonna happen because I'm here with my kids. In order to get that link to be on Kwame Brown, you got to catch him right when he come on. And a lot of times, right when he come on, I'm busy doing something else. Like he took his daughter to the pool today. I've been at the pool with my kids for 3 hours today. Uh, Swimming practice, going into actually implementing and trying to do what you learn. So it is. I have to be on right when Kwame be on, and I have to catch the link right then. I've never caught the link, so. Uh, but there've been people on there. There've been haters on Kwame shit that just irk the hell out of me that I want to get to. Yeah, schedule me crazy. Yeah, and one of the people that irked me the most is not even somebody who coming on cussing and shit. Is when somebody try to go on Kwame shit pretending like they all intelligent, but they really just a hater. So the one motherfucker that really pissed me off was the coding guy, and I'm glad that Kwame got a woman on there that does coding too, because he went on Kwame shit and he asked Kwame, "Why do you want people to get into coding? I do coding." So that's a fallacy right there. Uh, and they actually use not coding; they use being a doctor as an example for the fallacy. Like, well, what you want to do is wrong. When you talk about health, my friend is a doctor. That's a fallacy because he's a doctor doesn't mean that your information is incorrect. They should still listen to your argument. But he's saying I'm in coding, so and he started listening to all these terrible things about coding, and he started questioning Kwame, why do you want people to do coding? And my thing was, fuck coding. We're gonna talk about coding. I'm like, fuck coding. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that what Kwame is really saying is it was best when we had a trade or a skill. That's why when I heard Kwame talk about coding, on my channel, I didn't respond with coding. I talked about a crackhead who can change brakes on a motherfucking car. He is a crackhead. He's at the lowest of the lowest end, and he is still valuable in his community because he can change your motherfucking brakes without you going to the car dealership and having to pay all of this money. I'm thinking like, yo, this is simple, bro. The only person who can make this complex is somebody who just want to hate just to hate. So he wanted to hate with his experience that coding is a dead end job. There's no dead end trade, bro. But if you really feel that way, all his next videos, he should be dissing the woman who does coding that came onto Kwame's stream. Because she said, even as a person that does coding, there's all these simple ways you can get into. Ways so simple that she has like a 9-year-old son or a son that started coding when he was 9. And at 9 years old, she said, like in a couple of years, he's amazing. He's teaching other people. So if a 9-year-old can learn a trade, that's valuable. And she's saying that there are jobs out there that the low end offer you $100,000. Why would a black man go on another black man's channel to try to put down coding when he's trying to tell people just to get any kind of trade? These guys tell on themselves. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm breaking up. I hate when I go on a tangent. Y'all type of one if I sound crystal clear. If y'all don't understand what's going on with my stream, the left side of my stream is me set up in my house where I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna play Hassan Campbell video and I'm gonna break them down. The right side is me outside smoking my cigar. The right side is me smoking my cigar. So I'm just talking before I go back inside. I'm just gonna light up my cigar because I just became an adult 15 minutes ago. I just took my children into bed. I just kissed all my kids good night, man. And when you live across the country from your kids, you don't realize how much of a blessing that is that you get to tuck your kids across, in bed. So beautiful thing, man. So I don't be glued to YouTube like I do when I'm at home because when I'm back at home in California, it's just me by myself. But I'm here with my children. So I put them in bed, I kiss them, and then I come on to YouTube, and this is what I came on to YouTube to see. And in a situation like that, where I be fucking dying to get on Kwame's stream because I wish I was on Kwame's stream where that motherfucking coding guy was on there. This guy came up and wanted to debate a guy about his career. If your motherfucking career is so bad, why you still working at it? Why you still there? You seem like an intelligent brother. You seem like you can go do a lot of other shit in the world, but you still right there coding. Why you still there? These motherfuckers be tripping, bro. These motherfuckers be tripping, bro. Hold on, I'm trying to open the top. I got it all. Listen to all the dumb people. When Kwame preaches about coding, he is not just talking about coding. That is one example that he's using. He is telling you guys to learn a trade. I didn't need Kwame to tell me to learn the trade. You know when I wanted to learn a motherfucking trade? When that motherfucking plumbing bill came up high as hell. Damn, nigga, he wasn't even working that long. Nigga moved a couple pipes around. I gotta pay him goddamn $800. What if I knew pipes? Damn. Motherfucker stuck his head under the hood and wiped his hands on some ugly ass dirty rag. And I gotta pay him $5,000. I wish I could put my head on the hood of a car and wipe my hands on some dirty ass rags and pay. He's saying shit you know, bro. Like, why y'all making shit so much more complex than it have to be? He's saying shit that you know. You making shit more complex than it gotta be. Y'all, shout out to my verse apparel. My homie, my verse in battle rap. I support everybody. Just like he trying to tell everybody to do something in your own neighborhood. Yeah, like, bruh. Fucking with me? Put your 1,000 up against my 1,000 and we shall see. We'll do it without. What about the kids, bro? Well, you right there. Just take care of whatever you can take care of. I'm one of the people, I said, if I hit the lottery, if I had tens of millions of dollars, and you can fact check me on this, you can go to my John Crime channel. I have always said, I just don't feel comfortable. Like, I feel more comfortable just seeing somebody going through hardship. Just walking inside motherfucking Walmart, seeing a goddamn single mom or even a single dad. He be a single dad, don't know what the fuck he gonna do with his next check because he got a high ass child support payment. He got a job, he trying to help do everything he can, but it's tough for him. Or seeing a single mom, you know, who's struggling doing shit by herself and don't even know what a baby daddy is. Just see him and just like they wish some miracle happened. I wish I could just give him like $1 million. I feel greater doing shit like that than to see it trickle off to some charity big ass thing. That's just how I have always been. That's just me. Because I see tangible. I know what's gonna happen with my money. I can see it. I can see the change I make. Almost everything that exists now requires somebody to write coding for it. But why would a man? It's like, I don't know if y'all saw my live before last. We talked about pride over here. Why would a man who do coding, who appears to be intelligent, cool dude, why would he want to come over to Kwame Brown to put him down for telling people to learn the same skill set that he has? You don't want competition in the world? Like, why? Why, brother? God, I wish I was on that motherfucking live. I would have crushed that dude, bro. Hey, coding guy, I'll give you a link. You can come on here tonight. If you see this coding guy, I am on StreamYard tonight. I will 100% give your ass a link. Matter of fact, I put the link up for anybody to come on tonight. I don't fucking get these people, bro. I don't get these people, man. Better shot at entrepreneurship with a trade. Same money made me more. Took my daughter with took my daughter with 2 Ivy League degrees to realize, Daddy, I love working for myself. You were right. You could do this shit, Greg, with a trade. Kwame started talking about coding. The first shit I would think about was a motherfucking plumber, a truck driver. These are jobs you get paid when you good. When you work for a company, but you get paid even more if you own your own plumbing business or you own your own truck that you do shit like this. Or mechanic, man. To me, the biggest hustle in the motherfucking world. Well, not the biggest hustler. The biggest potential for hustling is knowing how to fix on cars. Boy, you are always needed. You are always needed. You get you a fucking side phone, that bitch will always ring. Always ring. Oh shit. My boy hit me up. Tony, I don't know if you watching this live right now. I don't know if you calling me because you saw the live. But if you are, text me and let me know, man. I'm gonna contact you soon as live over with. John passing out smoke today. Yeah. But when someone try to tell you to do something else, even with the guy who just said better entrepreneurship, when someone try to tell you something, that don't mean that they're discrediting something else. If I feel the same way that it's good to know a trade, we were talking about that shit on my channel a month ago. We weren't even talking about trades. Well, I was talking about I want how to make water. Just clean water. Like fucking nasty river water into regular water. I want to know how to hunt and kill a fucking animal and skin it and cook it myself. Just shit like that. There's nothing wrong with information, my nigga. Why the fuck is people got a problem with information? Who the fuck got a problem with information? This shit is weird. Weirdo shit. You can't do nothing positive without somebody saying something wrong. Hey, you know, it's good if you make shoestring fries. Oh, shoestring fries. And you want to kill all our people because if you really then you make sweet potato fries. God damn. You can't say nothing positive. We'll stick you on, bro. By the way, I rap too. Maybe we can blaze the track. Royal Sap, shout out for the super chat. Also, too, I said I wasn't gonna do no music because anytime I get free chance, but I heard so many nice tracks today. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna do an album. It's gonna be hard to get to because I'm gonna have to do a song in between being busy. So if you want to get down with me with that, I'll be more than happy. Royal Sap, just hit me up, my bro, on my email. I just spent $600 to replace a 4-foot sensor cord. Kicking it with Killer. What if you knew how to replace that? That's all Kwame is saying. That's all the nigga saying. He not saying not to be an entrepreneur. You can learn how to fix that cord and own the company you learn how to fix the cord for. Nobody is saying one thing is putting down something else. Shit. I would love for everybody in the world to be an owner. But everybody ain't gonna be no fucking owner. When you put out the message to preach that for ownership, you put out a message to preach for a larger percentage of us to be owners. You will never get all of us to be owners because you're gonna need human beings to work for those fucking owners. It ain't gonna never fucking happen, man. That's why I stopped debating about religion. You ain't gonna never have no world where everybody in that motherfucker are Christian. You ain't gonna never have a world where everybody is Muslim. You ain't gonna never have a world where everybody atheist. So because this will never, ever, ever, ever fucking happen, to be more effective, it's best to learn how to live in a world with people who have religious beliefs than you do. You're gonna be more efficient to learn how to survive in that world than you are in a world where you're trying to get everybody to believe the same shit you believe. Everybody ain't gonna be no motherfucking owner. We out here lying. Yeah, owner. Everybody own your own cookie place. Dame Dad said it. My son got chocolate chip cookies. You can too, motherfucker. Everybody, somebody gonna be back there baking them cookies. Somebody gonna be on the cash register. Somebody gonna be sweeping up. Somebody gonna be cleaning machines after closing. Everybody gonna own that motherfucker. Everybody can't do it. We lying. You lying. You lying. So you must understand when people are out here preaching ownership, they are preaching that we should have a larger percentage of ownership. They don't like the smaller percentage of black owners. We should increase this percentage. But everybody ain't gonna own no shit. So since we know we gotta to be effective, you need to understand how to live in the world as it is, not in the world as it should be. In the world as it is, unless you're ready to make a motherfucking revolutionary change to destroy all capitalism, capitalism works on there are motherfucking owners and there are motherfucking workers. If you ain't trying to bring that down and you understand that everybody ain't gonna own no shit, and you understand that people gonna be out here working for other people, it's best to make them valuable by having a trade. I don't know what the fucking business this dude had in California. I know when I talked to him at the bar, he said there was some kind of electrician he was, some nuclear electrician, some kind of wild, crazy, weird shit. But he was saying, since there wasn't nobody in the whole Northern California that can do his job, and he was coming from Oklahoma, he was the most valuable motherfucker in Northern California. Most valuable because of his trade. He don't own shit. Just his trade that he knows inside of his brain. Valuable. That's all Kwame is saying. I don't know why anybody would have a problem with that. I want the shit this dude, no, knock his ass the fuck out and be like, hey, I ain't got somebody else in Northern California. I'm watching Tales from the Hood. Tales from the Hood, the shit, man. Y'all black men like to argue too much. Everybody want to have their live. Well, come over here and listen to me. I got all the answers, motherfucker. Nigga ain't got all the answers. He's a bitch ass nigga. I'm gonna say all the stereotypical shit everybody else is saying about the same guy. I'm not gonna add any originality of how I put him down. He's just a bitch ass nigga. I got all the answers. Come on over here with me. That's what everybody seemed like they want on YouTube. Shut the fuck up. Go cold. Go cold, nigga. What's up, Miss Embassy? Dude fixing appliances get a $250,000. When I worked for a top insurance company, I was top insurance salesman. You know what everybody came to me for in the office? Everybody. Way back in the day. Hey, and if it was Android, John root my phone. John fixed my phone. John, I dropped my phone in water. I know so much shit about a phone. I didn't even realize that's a skill set I learned. I can if you I should make this I should make the thumbnail of this live show y'all my screen of my jailbroken iPhone I have right here. Bro, like I'm a value just because I like doing some shit and tinkling with the insides of shit as a nerd. This is a phone nerd, phone geek. Follow all the phone people. The top phone people hit me up behind the scenes. Mr. Mobile hit me up behind the scenes. Jay Wheels hit me up behind the scenes. These YouTube channels with 1 million subscribers, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, they all hit me up behind the scenes. We cool. I talked to all of them in the phone industry on YouTube. Y'all didn't know that shit. Nothing wrong with having a skill. I don't understand why a motherfucker would get mad at somebody who got a skill. John and Tech YouTube videos can go back. I would have been a top YouTube tech person with all the phone shit. I couldn't do it because some of y'all know I used to work for one of the top phone companies. And that held me back because when you work for one of the top phone manufacturers, you can't have no other device. So for many years I couldn't, you know what I'm saying, I couldn't talk about shit. But I think I've been gone long enough that the non-disclosure is over with. So I hope the non-disclosure over with. I ain't read the contract, but I'm gonna say this right here. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I ain't gonna say that. But I'm cool. I'm cool with a lot of top tech YouTubers online. Shout out to Flossie Carter. Shout out to my boy Flossie Carter. Flossie Carter. Come from the motherfucking streets of New York. If I'm not mistaken, Queens, New York. Don't play that shit. Smoke your motherfucking ass, as Hassan Campbell say. He got a skill set, so he makes fucking millions of dollars off YouTube from his tech nerdy knowledge of smartphones. So what is the problem? Why is everybody mad at Kwame Brown when he tried to tell you? And y'all don't even remember this, but when Kwame Brown first started talking, he didn't just say coding. He listed a bunch of different skill sets. Coding was just one of them, and motherfuckers took the word coding and ran with it. Like this is like he on like Kwame's whole purpose online is just tell everybody to be coders. No, he's telling you to learn a motherfucking trade. Shit, I talk to people like they my goddamn child. Shout out to my man Fenici, man. Appreciate that, Fenici. John, people still feel working hard or the unknown outcome of working hard. I'm gonna name y'all. I want y'all to name me a sport or name me anything. I don't give a fuck. Just name something. I'm gonna tell you an example of somebody that worked hard and somebody that's naturally talented. 1970s boxing. Muhammad Ali, naturally talented. Joe Frazier, not. He worked hard. Greatest fights of all time. Greatest fights of all time. Mixed martial art. Anderson Silva, born with shit you can't teach. He naturally talented. But George St. Pierre was a little nerd who got beat on in school. One of the greatest fighters of all time. Worked hard. The girl who I took to the prom in Town, her name was Afia. Beautiful girl. When I saw the movie Good Will Hunting, it reminded me of my relationship with Afia. Because I used to go to Afia crib, and her parents make her study all this really, really hard shit. And I just got it easy. I'm like, come on, let's go. Shit, I can't. I got to do this shit. I got to learn this. I have to learn this. And I'm the motherfucker like, well, look, here go the answer. Da-da-da-da. And she look at me like, I wish I could get that the way you can. I can't get it the way you can. I have to study, John. And she studied hard. I didn't amount to shit like she did. She motherfucking graduated from MIT. MIT from working hard, not going out playing like the rest of us did in high school. That's from working hard. If you work hard, you can knock off anybody, even the people who born with way more talent than you have. You can knock them all out just by working hard. Just by working hard. That's why I saw Good Will Hunting. I was like, damn, that looks sound like me, because that's what he said in Good Will Hunting. Matt Damon was telling old girl, come on, have fun. She was like, nigga, I need to learn this. I can't get it like you. I like that reminded me of me. No telling where my cap could have been had I worked hard as the people who work hard, who work really hard. I didn't work really hard. I wanted to get the spotlight and shit in niggerish ways. That's how it be in Madden. Hold on. You a motherfucking lie. Somebody said put that cigar down. If you ain't been over here, because if you been over here, you know it take me a long time to light my cigar. But whoever said that Madden line, you a motherfucking lie. You can have natural talent and beat everybody in Madden. You can pick up Madden for the first time if you learn how to get video games real good and beat everybody. In the hood, two people in here from the Mac Town, and we're gonna talk about Macon when I get inside. I used to go from 3rd Street, go up that steep hill on 2nd Street where the dope house was. Dope house, dudes who run it, they about 20-some years old. I'm fucking 14, 15 years old. They let me in the dope house and bet on me. I'm the little nerdy kid, and the motherfucker be like, I got $300 on John. The motherfucker be like, I got $300 on the grown-up I'm going against. I was dusting them niggas off. Ooh, I wish I was smart back then. They played me. They gambled with me because they knew I knew how to play Madden and video games real good. But them niggas would be betting like $500 on me and give me like $20 because I was young. I ain't know no better. I'm like, I got $20. Motherfucker making goddamn stacks off my ass. At the dope house. I thought that shit was fun. I wasn't even occurring that they selling dope. I was just like, damn, they got a whole house where we can play Madden all day. I'm such a girl when it comes to games like that. I can never remember the plays. Them dudes getting cake playing video games, sponsors paying that loot. Yeah, sponsor. Look, that's what I'm saying. Why y'all mad about Kwame saying learning the trade? Because like my sons just started playing fighting games, and I'm like, it's they old to me. My little boy, 9 years old, that's old as hell. You playing video games at 9 when your daddy got it when you could have been playing video games all these years. He wasn't playing video games because he was watching people on YouTube playing it. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna trick him. All right, if you want to sit here and watch people play video games, you're gonna watch the real motherfucking tournaments. You're not just gonna watch some dude kick out jokes. These are real tournaments. This is where people making millions of dollars play Mortal Kombat. I ain't been here. I got here July 6th, right? We ain't talking about my 9-year-old, my 7-year-old, July 6th. I bought my 7-year-old this race car game on his Nintendo Switch. SpongeBob race car game, right? Boom, he beat the first day on beginner. He like, what I'm supposed to do, Dad? Take it to the next level, intermediate. Boom, he beat on intermediate. He said, what I'm supposed to do, Dad? All right, so I'm gonna tell you right now, son. I'm gonna tell you put it on expert. But something you need to know about video games on expert. You're gonna get frustrated. You're gonna get mad. You're gonna think the game's cheating. You're not gonna understand how your car flipped all the way down the street. He put it on expert. He beat it on expert. Then this man came and showed me the game yesterday where he beat it 113 times. I know it's 113 because he made sure I looked at the number. He got 113 first places. He's 7 years old. I can already, I can already put my son in the SpongeBob tournament and get me over 100 G's. It's online. A 7-year-old playing a Nintendo Switch game, and y'all out here pissed off because Kwame Brown is preaching that it's okay to have some kind of skill set. It ain't gotta be coding, motherfuckers. He's just saying have a skill set. I'm on the Asperger's spectrum or something. Sometimes I think my 7-year-old is. I used to when he was a lot younger because he wasn't as talkative, and this motherfucker's been like a genius, man. Motherfucker was walking in his stroller across the whole goddamn house. Not stroller, but like the little thing you put kids in. He was walking in that shit in 4 months. He was walking fully at 8 months. He just was really. He's always been really advanced. What's up with y'all? With y'all, Uncle Charles? But I don't get it, man. I'm gonna bring it back to Hassan. I'm just waiting till I get inside, and I'll be inside really soon because I ain't got that much battery left on my phone out here. These kids smarter than ever. Just how much you feed them. Think about these YouTubers. Think about these people with these TikTok mentions. These 18-year-olds. When they're making you laugh on TikTok and you think it's stupid, you gotta look at how many jobs they got. Director, cinematographer, lighting, sound, owner. They own their own shit. Businessmen. They even own their own house. Like these kids, like they're fucking amazing, man. And we don't give them enough. We don't give them enough credit. I remember I said on my live like 3 or 2 lives ago, and I was like, "There's three things that kids do better than we did when we were kids." And I was like, they think smoking nasty. People went against me. Nigga still smoking the hood. Nigga, it ain't talking about 100%. It ain't gonna never be 100%. I'm talking about if it was 10 of y'all in the hood and one of y'all didn't smoke a Newport back in the day, he got picked on for not smoking a Newport. It ain't like that now. It ain't like that now. You motherfucking lying. You're lying. A lot of kids will look at you in the hood and be like, nigga, I ain't fucking with that shit. It's changing. It's changing. No kid, nobody 17, 18 years old when I grew up in the 90s would have said, ew, smoking nasty. A motherfucking kid to tell you that now. You smoke? Yeah. It's changing, bro. It ain't gonna never be 100%. What was the other one I said that I did? So I list 3 of them. I said smoking. Not all, because we got a lot of motherfucking players. But even now, it was unheard of. Like, no nigga in the hood would be like, this nigga lame, man. Nigga cheating on his girl. Let somebody say that in the 90s. He getting Jazzy Jeff out the motherfucking clique. Get the fuck away from us. Let one person say that in the 90s. Cheating on his girl. Now they'll say that shit now. They got Shock Johnson. He's fucking pathetic and he's cheating on his girl on the side. I'm like, damn. Wow. You wouldn't even be alive if you was in the night saying some shit like that online. I'm forgetting the major big one. It was smoking. Was that? It'll come to me. But we don't give them the praise. We act like they way worse. These kids are not worse than we are. Only thing wrong with these kids now, they have no lyricists. Every generation had a lyricist except now. You can't say Drake. Now Drake is older. He's not Drake. 34 years old. It's not these fuck. No, to these little kids, Drake old as fuck. That's the only thing they ain't got. The only thing that did not get hand me down, they have 0. They need 1. You ain't got to have a whole line, but you got to have 1. They had to go from Jay-Z to get passed down, get passed down, get passed down to fucking Drake. Drake ain't got nobody to pass it down to. I think the participation trophies are a problem. Depends on the age. Depends on the age, Miss Embassy. My daughter, all of them at 4 years old, they got a participation trophy. I have no problem with that. You gotta look at your child and say, "Now, my nigga, we gotta talk. You gonna have to earn it next year." I do. I agree with you. I see. I'm a middleman. I ain't no all the way left, all the way right. I don't see nothing wrong with the participation trophy at an age, but that you gotta advance and get out of that shit. You can't just keep giving participation trophies because they ain't gonna learn how to earn it. I'm reading you, Crystal. I don't know if you're looking, but I'm reading your text. Cole's a better lyricist. It don't matter. Cole old as fuck to these kids. These kids 18 years old. Cole and Drake them almost half their age. Cole, Drake, Kendrick. That argument we 40-year-olds having saying that they beneath us, so we think just because they younger than us, they over everybody. No, nigga, they over their group. Their group is now old. Drake, Cole, and Kendrick is old. Y'all 40-year-olds don't want to say they old because y'all older than them. So if they old, then you must be really, really old. Yeah, nigga, you really, really old. Embrace it. Embrace it. Danny, police salute blessings. Fenicia, we need to unify, for example, 140, 2,500 a month for a year, or 140, 25,000 a month for a year. Do you know what we can do with such input in our community? A lot. But Fenici, from what I'm learning on YouTube about these people who want to be leaders, these charismatic people who people flock to, we got to be careful with who running it. Because the wrong people running it, it don't matter how much money you put into it, it's destined for failure. I'm concerned with inflation. Don't be. Inflation has been here since the beginning of time. Don't be. Trust me. When you married for a long time, yeah, being when you get a divorce after being married for a long time, like you really see inflation. Like before I got married, like I might give a fuck. Goddamn it, man. I had a nice ass apartment back in 2005 when I was single, nigga. I had the baddest 3-bedroom apartment. It was $750. She thinks she gonna she man, watch this shit, bro. Let me call. Got there. I saw a nice apartment down the street. Let me goddamn call. 1 bedroom is 175. Oh, you mean 1,075? You mean $1,700? See, when you single, you out in them streets. You see everything. You see the prices go up. When you married, you got the same mortgage, the bills the same every month. You don't see this shit. Goddamn, get divorced. Think I'm finna get me a goddamn 3-bedroom flat for eight. It was $750 back then. It's gonna be $800 now. Ain't gonna be $50 more, nigga. Like you can't get none with $850 in Atlanta. Your ass gonna be living in goddamn under the railroad tracks on SWATs. But I'm just saying the shit that you don't think about. When you marry for a long time, you get divorced, you don't be seeing inflation like that bad. Shit, the north side of the Mac town, you were living good on the north side, about $850 a month on rent. The big, nice ass 3-bedroom apartment. Shit. Shit. Not no more. Who that lyricists are. And something wrong if they ain't get heard. The biggest misconception about rap music is that everybody think their generation different. It's not. I'm finna help y'all young kids. I'm finna snitch. I'm finna snitch. When these old 40-year-olds tell y'all back in the day we just had lyricists, they motherfucking lying. Some of them niggas telling y'all we just had lyricists was in the club, just like they right here. They franchise boy. I don't know if y'all can see me. Yo, I got a phone call. Somebody said Joy. I'm telling you right now, them old niggas lining y'all young niggas. They're lining y'all. I don't know why I hate them. They're lining y'all. Everything y'all had, we had. We just had a great deal. We had a knowledge. We had real regular that y'all don't have, but we had the same. If you played Atlanta Radio Station in 2003, you didn't get no lyrics. They don't fucking lyrics on there. The closest you got to the lyrics is a T.I. The phone call. That's it. That's it. Yo, can y'all hear me? Type of one if you can hear me. Type of one if you can hear me. Type of one if you can hear me. All right. What happened was my homeboy, y'all like his videos he shot with me. He did the one that Why Me video with me and the black girl getting it on in the bedroom. He did with Farewell, me and the Asian girl. The one I told you I got a red camera. They're gonna shoot the documentary for Jessica Reed. He called me 3 times, and I tried to put his call on mute. But what it did was it kicked the phone portion off StreamYard. So I told him to call me this time because I hadn't planned on going live. He wanted to come over and he wanted to talk about shooting the actual movie we had written. Oh shit! So that's what really happened. So I'm gonna call him when the live over with. So that's what happened. So I had to kick myself off and join back on to get the sound right. Don't worry, we ain't gonna be out here for too much longer. I'm going in the house to pull up Hassan Campbell video and break him down. So if you never came to my lives, I don't do the clickbait titles. If it's in my title, I'm a motherfucking talk about it. It may take me a while, but I'm gonna talk about it. So I don't do clickbait titles. I'm gonna break Hassan Campbell down with the code and shit. Why I don't never get, and again, call them over. I'm gonna put out the link tonight. I'm gonna put the link in that y'all can come up. Why I don't never get the motherfuckers that be trying to act like they smart? Why they don't never come over here, man? Why? That's them the people. I want coding guy to come to my channel. I want coding guy to explain to me the issue he had with going on the Kwame Brown channel and trying to fucking chest bump debate him when he trying to do something to help people out. That's all I want. Give me the motherfuckers who think they goddamn smart. And I'm motherfucking glad that Kwame don't never see me when I ask for the link. I'm glad because it puts a tangible fucking way a grown man handle shit. Instead of me just saying something, you can see I live by what I say. Because when the YouTube bus, and we all know who the YouTube bus is, got mad that Kwame didn't show up, who gives a fuck? He busy. He got a new channel that's budding. Who gives a fuck if somebody don't see you, my nigga? You grown ass man. Go on and do your own shit. Why are you crying about it to the point that you talking about a dude mom who's not even on earth? I'm gonna tell you one thing I do like. When Kwame had that woman on there who said, "I am the mama's cooking," the elderly woman, he had the elderly woman on there, and she said, when she told Kwame, "I want you to know that your mama is proud of you." I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna keep it real. That shit did something to me. Gravity takeout inside here. Gravity takeout. I went over to the stream and I put up a super chat to set on Kwame shit to make sure that people do shout out the second son, my boy. Watch your whole video in a second, son, man, because I got two boys. Got a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old, man. So I know I'm like, boy, riding in the car today, gravity takeout with my boy and my two sons, and I was like, I don't, but she got two older brothers. You know what I'm saying? When she hit the kindergarten, you know what I'm saying? She supposed to be able to see. I'm gonna tell my brother on you, and the little boy supposed to be like, "Who is your brother?" I got a brother in 3rd grade and 5th grade. Like she, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got to take up for him. It's a boy. It's good to have two. It's good. It's good to have two, bro. You gonna like that shit, gravity takeout. You gonna like that shit, man. I got two, and they couldn't be more different. And it feel like the little shits in the personality that you didn't get from the first one, the second son picked that shit right up. And then they just gel together with their differences. You got a little girl too, don't you, Gravity Takeout? That's what I'm saying. That's that experience, man. Like, can't nobody tell you you ain't out here for the right reason. You got a motherfucking, you want the future to be great for your little sons and your daughter. Wish I could have back to the garage, yard. All right, Mr. Oates, man. Batman shirt. This is a dad man shirt. Get you one of these, Gravity Takeout. I tell you, my kids gave me this for Father's Day, man. Dad, man. My kids gave me this shirt, man. Salute to you too, AJ Graves. By the way, I ain't even buy this, y'all. Did like the last cigar I ain't buy. I was chilling. The mother of my kids called me. She down in Florida. She was like, "You know, you had a box of cigars." I was laid out while playing with the kid. You know, you got a box of cigars. I got a box of cigars. I will spark an interesting conversation with y'all. All right, some interesting shit. Cause we can't talk about Hassan Campbell till I go inside, right? So since I'm chilling outside, he got some interesting shit. y'all finna laugh. How many of y'all in the chat will go to another state and let your ex fly in town and be with your kids here? How many of y'all would do that? How many of y'all got that kind of relationship? I can go jump all in her bed and feel all I'm shaking this mom. How many of y'all would do that? I see Mark. What's up, Mark? I'm gonna tell y'all when we was together and I said if we ever broke up, who I wanted to be like. It was two people I wanted to be like. I wanted to be like Will Smith, and I wanted to be like I can't remember his name. What's the white dude name? Skater Tony what? Tony Hawk. I want to be like Tony Hawk and Will Smith. Tony Hawk and Will Smith was my role model. That if I can't be with the mother of my children, and I don't know if y'all know about Tony Hawk, the pro skater, but this nigga when he split from his ex and they had kids, when they all got remarried, like they had a really close knit family. Him and his new chick, his ex and her new man, they all like took a big ass family photo, and it was about the kids first. And I know that's really really hard to do, man. But just to see how he was in that situation, it inspired me. And I saw that with Will Smith too. Y'all saw with Jada Pinkett taking the picture with Will Smith's ex-wife and how they raised their son Trey. Like that's how I always like. If you can't, I never heard it. If you can't be together, the best thing you can do is to be extremely cool and real close, and make sure that that bond that y'all have is perfect together to make sure that the kids are always happy. So where it didn't work in a relationship, once the relationship over, that became the number one goal, number one priority, that we can be just that fucking cool. And we did it, man. I can say that we did that. We did that, man. We really really cool. What's up, Crystal Renee? That me trying to look cool after what Crystal Renee texted me. I did with my ex when I was 2 sons. He passed from cancer. I'm sorry to hear about that, Queen Common Sense. Good to see you in the chat too, Queen Common Sense. You look like everybody else because on the phone and StreamYard, I'm on the internet, so I'm not on YouTube, so I'm on some other shit. So if you been in here, I ain't seen you, boo. I ain't see the blue wrench yet. I will when I get inside the crib. You so silly, John. Am I, Crystal? Am I? Y'all, I went out with Crystal last week. That motherfucker silly as hell. Silly as hell. And I cannot wait for y'all to hear the song that we gonna make together. Sound is trippy, yo. It sounds tripping. Do y'all hear these what's they called, cicadas? Grasshoppers? Y'all hear that? I love it. It's music to my ears. When you used to this in Georgia and you move all the way across the country and you come back, I love it. I love it. Crystal, Crystal, is your video out yet? I told you when your video out, send me the video. I'm gonna push it on my channel. For real, like no bullshit. Send me the video for real. I love the South. I didn't even realize when I was outside on the West Coast that I ain't hear the shit. I was like, damn, it's quiet. It's really quiet. Cause to me, this quiet, sound like a bonfire and beer. How long you staying in Atlanta? To next week. There we go. No matter what happened to you, just live the life for you. That's the message I would love to preach. Everybody trying to be like everybody else. You got to do what the fuck work for you. What work for you may not work for nobody else. And y'all are here. Y'all hear a motherfucker with a whole different lifestyle laugh at your lifestyle, and then you'll try to change your shit, even though your shit was working for you. The greatest shit in the world is confidence, man. And I wish I knew how to teach confidence. Not even for the whole world, just for my children. Like they said, you got big feet. Son, do you know what the fuck it means to have big feet for a man? It's just, let me tell y'all some real shit. I can handle any insult thrown my way, and that's a good thing. But where it came from ain't good. It came from hard conditioning. It came from having a roast with three older cousins. It came from having to go to school and you poor and broke as hell. You either gonna fold and let them pick on you, or you gonna goddamn learn how to roast back. Like it. So what happens if all the good traits you have came from hard earned steel, from shit you had to earn to get? You poor, you broke. Then you get a better life, and your children are in this better life, so they didn't have to go through the hard shit like you. And now you trying to explain some shit to a child that don't know the life that you had to get the powers that you got. Like that's the hard shit, man. That's the real hard shit. Cause we be quick to say that these kids weak. They're not weak. They just ain't born in the situation we were born in. If we was born in the same situation our children was born in, we would have been thinking just like them. How do you get your child to do that without going through it? I'd rather learn that shit than most of the shit these niggas are trying to teach on the internet about how to try to make a woman mold and bend to your motherfucking every need. I want to earn it. I almost said something. I want to earn it. This way. It came through trial by fire, and, and we don't want our kids to go through the same. I don't want it easy. Once you get past relationship and focus on the kids, you should get along for that purpose. That's where I'm at right now, Nasha Phillip. My kids is perfect. My relationship with the mother of my kids is perfect. I ain't got to worry about that. During COVID, none of the kids in the neighborhood played with each other, right? So for the first time, all of them playing with each other. They look like we did growing up. All right, all y'all motherfuckers out there playing. I don't want to hear nothing. Deal with it. Don't come to me for shit. That's love. Daddy, we was playing basketball and he pushed me. Figure it out, nigga. Because that's what we had to do and it made us harder. Now, what I want to tell my sons is one of them little boys and it's two of y'all. Nigga. But I want them to figure it out. Go through the trials and tribulations. Learn. Y'all supposed to be learning this, but y'all weren't playing together because every kid got a phone in their hand and a iPad and shit. Go back outside. It's two of y'all though. I just want to throw that out there. It's two. You know what I'm saying? It's 4 fists. 4 fists. It's 2 fists. Four. I'm done. I'm going back in the house. 4 fists. Daddy knows some UFC moves, you know. And look, I'm here if you need me. Here if you need me. Figure it out. I ain't gonna lie, I was happy as hell at that part of COVID. COVID made 2020 look like 1997. Better leave people kids alone, John. Shit me. Look, when I say COVID made 2020 look like 1997, y'all knew it was a kid in the neighborhood and he was a badass trying to fuck with everybody. We found out in our neighborhood. You know how you find out about that kid? You don't even got to find out about that kid from the kids. You find out about that kid from the other parents you talk to. You go over there and talk to them, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I know we ain't never spoke to each other before, but we got to sit up here and act like we cool, like we could like each other. We got like we ain't weird. We got to act like we ain't got to apologize for living here for 9 years and never saying it. But yeah, it's cool. The kids playing together, right? Yeah, it's cool. Mr. Joe, what's your name? Huh? Yeah, I know you don't know my name. I've been staying next door to you for a decade. You know, I didn't even know you had kids, nigga. I didn't know you truck drive. But yeah, hold on, I'm trying to stay cool. Desi didn't came in the chat. She always come in fucking me up. I was in my swag too. God, fuck. Um, yeah. So cool. The kids playing together. Yeah, it's cool. Do you think it's cool that JJ is playing with them? Do you think it's cool that JJ is playing with them? Y'all look at y'all give each other that look. Man, this motherfucker always trying to fight it. Right? He's trying to fight your kid. He's trying to fight my kid. Bro, I want to tell my two sons to jump on him. And my two sons, they play with your son. Yo, they can spend the night. That's 3. That's 6 fists. We can get JJ the fuck up out of here. What's up? Why you so pretty? Greg, I'm about to get on Hassan. It's all set up in the crib. That way I ain't got to fucking sweat, but goddamn. The problem is this cigar is good as a motherfucker. This shit is a really good smoke. I thought this shit was going to be terrible. I might have to keep this on my list. What my percentage on my battery? I'm at 11% on my battery, so I'm gonna have to go in the house anyway and get on the other screen. A break from work. What? Mark is red. Mark is red. How about when me and Desi was doing our outline for our next podcast on Jody Arias? Your name came up. She finna bust out laughing now. Someone said Biden is doing another crime bill. And Biden won't win re-election. I don't even know why you laughing, Desi. You know I'm a motherfucking snitch. I ain't got no problem telling. I find it hilarious. Hassan made a diss track. Put everybody in this whole manosphere sector together. I will murk all of them on a diss track. I'll do it. I'll write the diss track live and beat them all. It'd be like taking candy from a fucking baby. Y'all want to tell before we go inside and get serious because I'm chilling out here. I'm just, you know what? I can't figure out about Hassan Campbell. This nigga has the most medium outfits of all time. That shit fuck with my head. Cause I understand super cheap. And I understand good quality, expensive. His shit medium is like that's not a hat you buy from the fucking convenience store down the street. It's a little bit better quality, but it's not the hat. Like, where do you buy this shit? It ain't even medium. It's like if medium or 5, Hassan Campbell go live with 4s, never 3s, but they never 6s. They 4s, and I don't get it. I don't. Where do you find 4 hats that match the shirt with 2 chains? Not 2 chains, but level 2. Like, I don't. This nigga. You know how much time it takes to purposely be a 4, nigga. If you saying I'm going live, I don't give a fuck what I wear. You just go down to the goddamn store down the street, get you a little shirt for $10, 4 buttons, 3 holes. I don't. How do you be a 4? I don't get it. The video I'm gonna play tonight, the Charlotte Hornets colors. Where does he get a 4 outfit like that from? Mr. T stuff. Where do you get a 4? Where do you get that? Where do you buy that from? I don't know. His bills on his hat is a caricature bill. I don't expect all y'all to understand that's a laugh, but the people that do, I. How do you have a regular hat, but the bill is a caricature? I don't. I think it's lame. But if you get it, you get it. I don't get it. I don't get it, bro. He was definitely wearing Teen John with S curl. I saw a video of Hassan Campbell getting out the car gangster and clocking the gun back, walking up on the dude. And the gun in the shot looked like a 4. Like it wasn't no 22 little the fat woman in Harlem Nights gun. Pussy so good, call it sunshine. You know what I'm saying? It went on 9 o'clock. Nigga had a 4 gun. A 4. I'm like, what? And he was gonna kill somebody with it. I don't want to die from a 4 gun. You gonna kill me. That bitch better be give me one of them goddamn pretty ass Mexican gun with the green and the red on the side going down with the pretty bullets. Like, don't kill me with no motherfucking 4. We don't even know. John Real died today. We can't find the bullet trajectory. It seems to be of a 4 caliber. 4? I thought he had 50,000 subscribers. He died from a 4? Sean saying it went away from I ain't say that to Sean. You said it. Can you imagine dying from the kind of gun Hassan Campbell had in that video? I ain't gonna lie. Y'all, I would have ran. Y'all have made all these videos saying, John Real talk all that shit. That nigga was scary. Fuck, he ran. I ain't even running because I'm scared to die. I just don't want to die from that gun. You know what I'm saying? If Hassan Campbell would have got out the car with a goddamn Glock with the extended clip on that bit, I would have stood my ground. That nigga got out the car with a goddamn first edition Will Smith Men in Black. What is this? Nigga had a Men in Black pistol, man. And he was gonna do something with it. That be telling people. You ain't gangster, you crazy. This shit weird, right? How Hassan Campbell looked like the insect in Men in Black, but had the gun issued by the motherfucker trying to catch the insect. This nigga playing both sides of the field, bro. Goddamn Hassan Campbell is a goddamn UFO informant. Nigga's an informant, bro. You can't play both sides of the field, man. Like if Frodo, them people never went extinct and they just lived to today's age. He had like one of their guns. Sometimes her son favors Roland Martin to me. Yeah, sometimes he do. Informing the Area 51. Yeah. Other niggas hide that shit. The clip I saw on the video, Hassan, he didn't have to hide it, but you still couldn't see the pistol. He literally pulled the pistol out, had it to the side, walking, cocked it back, and it looked like he was cocking his thumb. I was like, this nigga finna dislocate this shit. I thought that nigga took his thumb and like I really, you know how the kid, you know when kids play, that's what I thought he was doing. Like, oh, this nigga, he ain't for real. This a play. That's that nigga thumb. The magic trick when you make the top of your thumb look like it's disappearing. That's what I thought he was doing. This nigga look like I got big natural eyes. I got big eyes. I was born that way. But Hassan Campbell don't look like that. Hassan Campbell looked like he had regular eyes, but he wouldn't let go. Like he went to a counselor and they were trying to tell him, like, look, man, you're 40 years old right now. Just 4 years ago, you're gonna have to let go of the ponytail. And he got so mad at the psychiatrist. That nigga took his Akuma, his Akuma ponytail and just tightened that bitch so much. Blood would come across that nigga's scalp. He made that bitch so tight right in their face, that nigga eye popped out. Like it was an accident. Like he wasn't born. Like there's no big eyes in his DNA or none of his family. It just he pulled that motherfucking ponytail so tight. I know how nigga with big eyes naturally look. Them ain't naturally big eyes, bro. He made them. He made them. He made them eyes. Why they come in soft? I don't go to nobody's chat I don't like. But if I go to your chat and I don't like you, I'm coming hard. They be coming in soft. This is so sad. Wait about 5 comments. We should be helping each other. Wait another 5 comments. Do you do anything else? Wait another 5 comments. Come on, bruh. God damn. Don't tease me. Get right to the motherfucking point. You don't like me. Just say it. He has googly eyes. I read all comments, man. I'm looking at it. They always come in the same way. None of them come in original. This is so sad. Finish it, my nigga. Let's get it on show on the road. I've been doing it for 10 years. Just finish it, bro. Finish it. This is a good ass cigar. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come back out here when I'm live over with. Let's go inside. Let's go inside. Right now. Cause you're going to go inside. I bet y'all women won't do this. Women scared to do what I'm doing now. I bet women won't do this. I bet you won't put your phone at that downward angle. Y'all women hate y'all chins. It be the women with the smallest chin be like, I got a double chin. Have you seen a motherfucking woman with a real double chin? Shut your motherfucking ass up, nigga. You weigh 145 pounds. Fuck you talking about you got a double chin. Man, that's when you know a woman love you. When she seen your picture from the downward angle looking up, she like you, bro. She like you. She like you, bro. Well, I ain't. Hold on, I might need to change that. She either like you or she know ain't no way you getting that pussy. So it don't matter how you see her. Hold on, I might be wrong. He can see all of my chins. One thing he's not gonna see is this pussy. Bet you he won't see that. My bad. I don't want to leave y'all guys astray. Don't listen to me, bro. I could be wrong. Don't listen to me. Guys, type of one. Type of one. If a woman said you, damn, this shit way too loud. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, no. I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong. I gotta change my ISO. Let me just change my ISO and then we'll be good. Change my ISO. ISO, we're gonna put the ISO at, it's at 3200 now. We're gonna put the ISO at 100 and we should look good. Boom. Oh yeah. Oh motherfucking yeah. All right, and we're gonna end John Smoke. Type of one to say goodbye to John Smoke. It's been real, y'all. This John Smoke is up out of here, bro. All right, somebody said I was muted. I was muted. I'm unmuted now, so I want to say that again. What's his name? A dude above asked where I live. I think his name was Beware. Beware, tell me why you want to know where I live. Why y'all want to know where YouTuber live, and I'll tell you where I live. Um, can you hear me now? Type of one if you can hear me. You should be able to hear me. One if you can hear me, you should be able to hear me now. You definitely should be able to hear me. Okay. All right, cool. I said, are you going live with yourself because you had two cameras going, bro? I had a camera right here where I'm set up, but because my channel, people know I do smoke breaks, I was outside on my phone on my second camera. I can teach you how to do that if you like. And while I was outside, I was able to smoke, put out my cigar, turn the second camera off, come inside to the main camera I've set up, and
we can keep going without stopping the live. John Smoke had audio. Barbie girl Tina said meow. Summer Breeze ain't got no audio. She need to fix her own shit. All right, man. Let me pull up this motherfucking video. This weird ass dude got. Here's the link if anybody would come up and talk about anything you want to talk about. Here is the link. I'm gonna make the link be the top posted comment. So let's stay on here. Hold on. Damn, chat going faster than motherfucker, man. I'm trying to find my own comment dependent. What up, John? Hold on, I can't find my own comment, bro. Hold on, let me do it again. God damn. All right, there we go. Pin message. Boom. Any YouTubers out there that want to keep the link up, that's how you pin it. You can pin your comment at the top, so the link will always be there. All right, now that that's taken care of, let me find Hassan Campbell's video to break down. Barbie girl Tina, if you keep posting the same thing about Joe Biden, who I don't give a fuck about, I just don't like spamming to preach a message. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I will block you. Not none of my mods. I will personally do it. I don't know where you've been going on the internet, on YouTube. That is cool that you sit in the chat and spam shit, but that don't fly over here, my nigga. That don't fly over here. All right, let me go to my history of videos I watch. Damn, that girl look good. Pretty girl. All right, Lil Durk in India survives home invasion. Now, I did post while I pulled this up. I did post a Facebook post about this, and my Facebook post I put up about Lil Durk on my little private Facebook. No, you will not get in that motherfucker. I only add people I know, or people I went to high school with, or people who I once had a crush on and never got some of royal oats. But don't even try it, because you won't get on there. But the only thing I said about that was, and this is directly from Facebook, I said, rapping is not like poetry. It is poetry. Because don't let these motherfuckers fool you. You talking to somebody who went to get his master's degree. I did not finish to get my master's degree because I had a little daughter, but I never failed. I just stopped. One thing I passed to get my master's degree was poetry, and that. So I know what I'm talking about. Rapping is poetry. Since rapping is poetry, I said poets are exchanging gunfire. It's funny in the saddest way. Good money, good credit, good home, good girlfriend, and willing to lose it all to impress the poverty-stricken area your poetry got you away from. That was my Facebook post about Lil Durk and the shooting at home. Now, let's get to this nigga with the caricature bill on his hat. Oh my God, we might can't do it. Fuck. All right, we can do it. I forgot I'm on StreamYard. It's a bad thing about StreamYard. I have to download the video because when I try to play something from the internet, people say that they can't hear the sound. Kwame Brown, anybody, can y'all tell me how you play something from the internet and still hear the sound because I have not figured it out yet. It's downloading now. I come back in. Did Barbara Tina say something else? You about to find out. I'm not one of them people that you can keep making excuses and argue shit over because you feel like it's not fair. Jimmy Buckets, I'm not gonna block you. That was lame. Jimmy Bucket said John Real, aka John Logic, aka Controversial Snitch, still trolling YouTube in these sectors, clout chasing. All right, I'm gonna read it slower because Jimmy Buckets wanted to be heard because he felt that if y'all heard him, it would stop what I'm doing on here. And to hurt his feelings, I want him to be heard. I want him to know that at his greatest, I'm that nigga, and he will still be following me for years on a channel that he claims he doesn't like the person. So Jimmy Bucket said John Real, aka John Logic, aka Controversial Snitch, still trolling YouTube in these sectors, clout chasing. All right, is that what you wanted, Jimmy Buckets? Because you're gonna have to come harder than that. Is that I'm trying to make sure I give you everything you wanted because I know it sucks for you to see that people like me no matter what platform I'm on, no matter what I talk about, no matter what I do, no matter what page I start. I will forever be that nigga, and you will forever be a faceless person that will not show your fucking face in the comments of my shit, smelling under my fucking balls. Pussy ass nigga. Do you like apples? We about to start a topic that nobody gonna remember what you said. How do you like them apples? All right, I'm gonna put them at 480 because we don't give a fuck how they look. I'm gonna put them at 480 to download it faster. Click download. All right, video downloading should be up pretty soon. Video halfway downloaded. Video 75% downloaded. Video is now downloaded. Okay.
Hey, peace, people. Let's get into this story real quick. Lil Durk.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
I be predicting stuff. That's why a lot of y'all watch me. Lil Durk got a rude awakening.
Wait a minute. Where the blue sequence at? I was the first nigga to bring up the blue sequence pillows. I was the first. Go back and check the history. Where are the blue sequence pillows at? This nigga's soft because I wouldn't have changed him. And it would have matched his outfit tonight.
When some people busted into his home and exchanged gunfire with him and his girlfriend. This is according to law enforcement. According to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, the rapper and his baby mama, India Cox, were the victims of a home invasion and aggravated assault this past Sunday, a little after 5 a.m. Law enforcement tells us several unidentified individuals entered Durk's home in a It's plain and simple. You in danger back in Chicago, we know this, and now you're in danger in Atlanta. You ever seen the movie Get Out? Get Out. As a matter of fact, maybe you should just move out of America in this hole and just drop your music so you can survive. Because here's the reality of it, Durk, right? If they dropping documents right now,
He said he looked like a tough Elton John.
basically stating that King Von killed K.I. and they releasing
John Crimes at Gmail.
that means that there's more of an investigation going on, and you're going to be linked back to some of the crimes that's going on in Chicago because you are the head.
Wait a minute. If somebody break in your house and try to kill you and your girlfriend, that means that you're linked to the crimes in Chicago? Did I miss something? I mean, we can have fun and joke all night, but y'all know I'm gonna seriously break down the words to say. Did I honestly miss something? Did he say something? But how does somebody? Let me tell you where I'm from. I'm from Macon, Georgia, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can't say all the shit I know about the Gucci Mane situation and the guys from Macon, Georgia that came up. When Gucci Mane was chilling with his girl and he shot him and killed one. But like, what is it? That didn't mean the police was investigating Gucci Mane, because if that was so, Gucci Mane would have been locked up in prison. He defended the place that he stayed because people tried to break into his house, regular home invasion, and that was it.
Honcho. And when they lock you up, Durk, I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't go sit down, somebody tag Durk and let him know what I'm telling you. If you don't go and sit down now, it may be too late for you already. They unraveling right now, letting everybody know just a little portion. They just let go a little portion, letting everybody know that
New York. I'm trying to think the top two. Shine with P. Diddy, Shine, right? Joel Santana. They let that kind of hat go. We just flop that bit down. Them the last two. Why y'all didn't tell him this, New York? Why y'all didn't tell him this decade, this shit over, this era over? Because he don't know this era over. His era not over. Era hat. Why y'all didn't tell him this shit over, man? This shit over, bruh. It was cool as fuck when T.I. did it to the side, but he knew them days is over. You don't see tipping.
they know that King Von was behind that hit on K.I. So if they keep on digging, we all know.
Yo, this nigga snitching like a motherfucker. They know King Von did this hit behind God.
The first thing that's going to happen is that the paper trail is going to lead back to you for sponsoring these wars. Then when you get locked up, they're going to seize your accounts. They're going to seize your family account. When they run into your house, they're going to snatch all the cash that they can so that when you have to fight the federal government in court, you're done. Finish him.
This is such word salad. He don't even have to do word salad, because I do think that real intelligent men need to have a talk with Durk when all Durk friends have passed away, when he's trying to lead a lifestyle he don't need to lead. I think that rappers need to understand that they're salesmen. Back in the day, their job was to sell a blank CD. How do you sell a blank CD? You put shit on it to make your CD different than everybody else. Nowadays, it's all MP3s through streaming services that people get. You just a businessman, a salesman. You don't have to lead these lifestyle. There are ways that's more effective than this word salad shit. This fucking guy who 2 videos ago was talking about putting his penis inside of little boys. I'm gonna get to the part that made me want to do a video on him.
Pay attention To those that's going down before you, Durk, it's only a matter of time before the ops get you.
And the people that like this shit, this video, is because they see what I see. They see that this is ridiculous, Durk. You done lost your brother. You done lost a bunch of your friends. You done lost your best friend. You done lost one of your friends who got out of prison, who's gonna be a big artist. And when somebody's that bad, you want anybody to say something to them. And when everybody else talking about other shit, this weirdo ass nigga come out and do it. But this is what we got to stop doing shit as black people. Just because somebody doing a general idea, he's saying something, talk dirt, listen to the details. That's what I always preach on my channel. It's the details of what somebody teaching you or what somebody trying to explain to you. This nigga don't know what the fuck he talking about, man. This doesn't make sense. He took people breaking into your house. So that means that the feds are coming because someone's trying to kill you. That because someone broke in your door, it automatically means the feds know everything about you. So let me just tell you what the feds are going to do with you. The Durk, when somebody break in your house and you chilling watching a movie with your girl, Durk, his bodyguard, all of them, their immediate response is to protect the house that was just infiltrated. Hassan Campbell.
Or the cops get you. Bad boy.
YouTube Street TV said, forget the person and take the message. What is his message? Me and you talking about the same thing. I just don't see the shit that you seeing from it. What's the message? And fuck that forget the person shit. What am I doing? I'm going down your fucking fallacy. Fuck that. The person matters, nigga. The person talking matters. We are human beings. We not fucking robots. A dude put his fucking finger inside little kids. If he did that, I'm not saying Hassan did that. Probably possible. But I'm just saying, I'm just throwing out an example. A dude put it go around and he molesting little children. And he tell you, look both ways before you cross the street. Because that message rings true, everything is fine in the neighborhood. There are other intelligent, successful people that can teach you to look both ways before you cross the fucking street, for you to have to settle for a man who put his finger inside of little children. I'm still talking a generic scenario. I'm not talking about this bird looking ass nigga. Don't come over here telling me to look at the message. The person matters, nigga. What if Jeffrey Dahmer was excellent at math? Could be the greatest math teacher ever. You want Jeffrey Dahmer teaching math to your little cousin, your 14-year-old male cousin, knowing that he fucking put shit in their head to soak their brain out and eat it after he sleep with the little kid? The person matters, nigga. Y'all stop that we robot bullshit. The person matters.
Boy, bad boy, and what you want to do? You live by the sword, you die by the sword. If you
This is a guy who on camera who pulled out a pea shooter. This is a guy who on camera said, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Who said don't trust him around children. And you want to come in and tell me the person don't matter.
keep on playing with the fire, you're gonna get burned. Bottom line to it. I thank God that Lil Durk didn't end up like Pop Smoke. Because the way they came up in that house, he could have got Pop Smoked. No disrespect to Pop Smoke. May he rest in peace. I'm just saying, this is New York swag. This ain't that country.
Y'all made at a person that can't get the message. My nigga, fix your shit up and come in and let me know what you mean. I don't know what you mean when you say that. Also, YouTube TV Streets, there's a link right there. Why don't you come on and talk to me? Let's have a discussion. The link is pinned at the top. You're more than welcome to come on here, YouTube TV, YouTube Streets TV, whatever the fuck your name is. You're more than welcome to come on up. Oh,
According
shit,
to the Georgia Bureau of Atlanta, sit down now. It may be too late for you already. They unraveling right now, letting everybody know just a little portion. They just let go a little portion, letting everybody know that King Von was behind that hit on KI. So if they keep on digging, we all know the first thing that's going to happen is that the paper trail is going to lead back to you for sponsoring these wars. Then when you get locked up, they're going to seize your accounts. They're going to seize your family account. When they run into your house, they're going to snatch all the cash that they can so that when you have to fight the federal government in court, you're done. Finish him. Pay attention to those that's going down before you. Durk. It's only a matter of time before the ops get you or the cops get you. Bad boy, what you want to do? You live by the sword, you die by the sword. If you keep on playing with the fire, you're gonna get burned. Bottom line to it. I thank God that Lil Durk didn't end up like Pop Smoke. Because the way they came up in that house, he could have got Pop Smoked. No disrespect to Pop Smoke. May he rest in peace. I'm just saying, this is
Hey, YouTube, TV Streets, you gonna come on?
New York swag. This ain't that country boy. This is New York swag. Bottom line to it is,
Hey, hold on, bro. Hold on. New York, what's up? I don't want nobody from New York coming at me no more. He just said his swag is New York swag. He just said that. Hold on before I break him down. What's up, Busy?
Yo, what's up, bro?
Chilling, man. What's going on?
Ain't nothing, chilling, man. Yo, right? I've been following the nigga Haas for a little minute, right? And I understand where you coming from with his past and all of that. You know, in the hood, we deal with a lot of mental health issues, right?
That's why I went live tonight, because he's gonna talk about mental health, and that's why I wanted to break down. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna wait till we get to it.
But damn near 90% of the hood, if we speaking on the hood, 90% of the hood deal with mental health issues, which we see he go through on a daily, right? But that don't just like, it don't got nothing to do with the message that he's pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's personal. See, what's going on is we is basically pushing, going to his personal life and not really dealing with the message. The message he's pushing is a fact.
No, it's not. What's the fact? What part is the fact?
Everything that he's breaking down with Lil Durk.
If I say everything somebody break it down, I'm ready to tell you the part that's a fact. What's the fact that he's breaking down?
Just everything in general with Chicago music.
No. My man. So the reason I wanted to do this and have a discussion about topics like this is because I feel that our community stay generic to sound good, when if we were really caring about stuff, we can get detail. He's not saying to Chicago and all this. I'm looking at the words he's saying on this video right here. What did he say in this video, my man?
What you feel that he said is wrong?
I ain't heard nothing he's saying that correlate to what happened in the entire situation that is effective to stop this kind of violence from going on. And especially when a person like him, who you have agreed have strong mental issues. So what I see is you're saying I can go to a mentally insane asylum and I should listen to another mentally insane asylum patient before I listen to people who actually work on mental patients and have ways that can help us out. I'm not going to a mental fucking insane asylum to listen to another inpatient, especially another patient who was just on here a couple of days ago talking about he'll have sex with a little boy.
But see, that's personal. See
No. That's not.
Did he have sex with a little kid?
I don't know, but as a father, from what I've heard, hold on. Matter of fact, Go ahead, bro. I don't want to cut you off.
See, what you saying? I understand what you're saying. I seen it all because I follow Hassan. Like I follow the dude. I see that everybody playing back all the shit he went through ever since he went through the things with Kwame Brown or whatever the case may be. That's cool and all of that. But what I'm trying to say is the message that he's pushing, bro. I'm from the hood, bro. I've been through.
I'm from the hood. That don't mean nothing.
Yeah,
but I'm still waiting for you to tell me what he said.
What I'm trying to say, I've been through the hood, bro. I've been shot. I've been through all of this extra shit that he's talking about. Besides that extra shit that he's talking about, but like I can understand. I might just fully stop working. All right, I can understand like certain things. I'm not saying everything he's saying is right, but as far as what the hood is going through, he makes points. It's like you cannot sit here and disagree to everything he's saying because. You're
busy, my dude, and I love you. Thank you for coming on my channel. No disrespect at all, but I'm trying to stay focused on the message that I preach. The message that I preach in our community, you are strongly going against that message right now because I preach. I would never go on a man's channel to defend another man if I'm not ready to say in specific what he says right. I'd ask you 3 times what this man says that's right. So for you to tell me that I can't say nothing about a mentally crazy person who said he cannot be trusted around kids. He said it's personal. It's his message. If his message is so strong, why can't you tell me one single thing that he said?
I just told you everything as far as like the.
No, you haven't. Name me one thing he said in this situation with Durk.
Why gotta repeat everything he's saying, bro?
I asked you one thing. You haven't repeated one. You haven't said one thing.
Well, he's speaking based on the hood, bro.
What is he speaking based on the hood? I'm from the hood.
Based on the music that's being pushed on us as black.
He didn't just say that in what I played.
He's saying all of that. He's breaking the shit down from.
He didn't say nothing about no rap music than what he played. And if he would have said something about the badness in black music, then I would have agreed on that part.
He did say. I think I finished watching that whole video, bro.
But we playing the video.
Yeah, that's why I tuned in. Come on, yo, I just watched this shit. Like I ain't see nothing that he said wrong in this video.
You ain't told me nothing he said that matches this specific scenario that's effective in changing the message. I ain't heard shit he say about no music. And I preach that. Like, I don't want a scholar. And this what you got to care about people in your community to make your people better. So what you're telling me is that it is okay. I'm gonna ask the question. Let me get my question out because I don't want to cut you off. You're saying as a society, my brother, I love you. I don't even know you. I love you. You're saying as a black society that it is okay to have someone of his past, his credibility, as long as he says something as general as rap music is bad. We all know this shit. You say that that's cool for our community. We have another community out here with great representation. Our representation gonna be a man who 2 days ago talking about putting his finger inside of a little kid booty. Little boy booty. But it's okay because he said the rap music is bad.
No, it's not okay.
You know how many people on YouTube saying the rap music is bad?
It's not okay, but that's the trauma he dealt with. That's the trauma that he went through.
Get him the fuck up out of here then.
Listen,
he needs help. He needs to talk to somebody. And this ain't my passion at you. You cool as fuck, my boy. You come on. This is my passion at just a situation of our culture. We gotta care, busy. We gotta care who we put in these positions and try to talk to people.
He said one thing that I could agree with. He said, how the fuck we gonna deal with coding when we dealing with mental health issues?
That's what I'm finna destroy him on. Who the fuck if he cares so much about mental health issues, he would not be on YouTube, my brother. And you saying you know more about him than I do. Why would he don't need to be on, if he cares about mental health issues and he just told another YouTuber what he'll do to his son, what he'll sexually do to another man's. You're busy. Do you got children?
I got 2 boys in there right now. The babies are asleep, bro.
I got 2 too, bro. I don't even. It's so disgusting. I won't even ask you that.
Yeah. I know that.
I won't even ask you that, bro.
I always try to stay focused on the message. Same thing with Kwame Brown.
But everything busy.
Listen, he said coding, right? I got my son into coding right now because of Kwame Brown.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He's only 11. But what I'm trying to say is like I understand where you're coming from with everything that you're saying, but the message, that's what I'm in tune with the message.
You
When
just
somebody,
debated yourself. You just said, I'm on here because he said something powerful about mental health, but he was putting down coding. And then you said you got your 11-year-old son in coding after a woman who was just on Kwame shit tonight, who said that she got her young son in coding and how easily he picked up and learned it. So
yeah,
her son learning coding, your son learning coding.
yeah,
These are two skills that two young black boys
yeah,
are having.
because
And you saying, fuck that shit
no,
from
because
another
I
man who
listen,
said he gonna put
listen,
his finger in another
listen,
YouTuber's
listen,
son's
bro.
ass?
Listen, I took the message. You understand, bro? You're not understanding what I'm saying. I took the message. Like all the extra shit that he talked about with that, like, I don't care about that. Same shit with
You
Kwame
didn't
Brown.
take that message from him. You took that message from Kwame. You
Yeah, I
said
took
you
that
heard
message
Kwame
from
and did it.
Kwame. But I
Yeah. So
cannot,
but
hold on. Can you let me speak, bro? I
yeah.
cannot go in the hood right now and be like, yo, get into coding. These little niggas is shooting, bro. These niggas don't care about no coding right now, bro. Straight up.
I'm letting you talk and then you get it off. But I disagree with you.
Bro, I'm telling you, I can go live in the hood right now. Bro, I'll be like, y'all know about coding? These niggas is on drugs, bro. I mean, young, 15, 16, 17, gun holding. They don't want to. I could tell my son because that's my son. He 11 years old. He gonna listen to his dad. He gonna do his research. But when I'm saying, but as far as these kids that's in these streets and these kids that's committing gun violence, they don't want to hear about coding, bro. They mentally fucked up in the head. So how can you, like, we got to deal with the problem, bro. Coding is cool. I'm teaching my son that. But people is getting killed left and right. Kids is getting, we seeing this shit all over social media. So when Highs speak on certain topics, I listen. When he get into that other shit, I be like, yo, that he mentally fucked up. He just going through his phases. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not jacking that. I'm not condoning that. I don't know what he went through personally in his life. Yeah, he spit on YouTube. I can't say that he stick fingers in kids. I don't know none of that shit, bro. Like, but I listen to the message. That's why I said, yo, bro, like, don't get confused with the person in the message. Just because a person is fucked up in the head, that don't mean he don't have a message. You can go right now, walk on a homeless person. Just because he's homeless, you don't know his story. He got a message. He could tell you some shit right now.
You're
That can, you
so
know what I'm saying?
generic. It's like making me itch. I mean, I'm respecting you, letting you get your shit off, but like, I get your message, and I don't want to be the person that people feel like I'm gonna cut them off if they come on. But I get your message. Is there anything else? Because what I'm afraid, I don't want you to go and say so long that I forget what I want to respond back to. You feel
All
me?
right, so give me your take, bro.
All right. Did you was you a hood nigga?
I've been raised in the hood all my life, bro.
I was too, but I wasn't a hood nigga. Was you a hood nigga?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Okay. So many things you contradict yourself on, my brother. You said you was a hood nigga, and you saying that there's no way out. Nobody listen to coding, but you here teaching your motherfucking son about coding. You saying that Hassan Campbell got a video which made me go live tonight, where he's putting down Kwame teaching coding, and you a hood nigga who teaching your son coding because you heard from Kwame. I don't have to debate you. You're doing a better job debating yourself than I could ever debate you. But I want to give you another example, bro. And that's why I say my people from the Mac town who here, one of the worst cities, the 8th worst city in the world, worse than Compton in the 90s, where I grew up. In a literal, I'm not joking with you, my brother, in a literal 1 mile radius, there's a Boys and Girls Club, and there's a Memorial Gym on 2nd Street. Motherfuckers
Yeah.
in my chat for making know what I'm talking about. 1 mile radius. I went to the Boys and Girls Club. They made us compete, do essays, writing stuff, appeal to our intellect, win bicycles, do all kinds of stuff. The kids who went to the Boys and Girls Club in a 1 mile radius, their mindset, their goals of what they wanted in life was completely different than the kids that went to the Memorial Gym, where literally 1 mile away, people getting shot up and drive by while people trying to play basketball. 2 basketball courts, 1 mile away, one completely safe, one not. Same motherfucking hood. You can get to each one in a 10-minute walk apart from each other. That's because one in the same area was teaching kids something different than the other place was teaching kids. So the mindset are different. That's my anecdotal evidence that happened. I don't even need it because you're sitting on my chat telling me of you who was a hood nigga, who you telling me that these guys won't listen and do all of this stuff. You see what I know, Busy, my man, is that whatever you make cool, people gonna do. If you make motherfucking coding cool, they gonna wanna do it. If women gonna like dudes to do coding, if you bring the $100,000, they gonna fucking do it. They buy. Why did we buy cars when we was younger? Hold on. Why did we buy the shiny cars? Why we buy the spinning rims and shit? Because we thought that shit made us look cool. We have the privilege when you got people who popular. When a kid can come online and they can see somebody like a Kwame Brown and all these people drawing attention to him, and he telling you that other shit is lame and this is the shit to beat. It changes because it changed in you, and you was a hood nigga.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm a father. You know what I'm saying? I'm a father and I'm raising my kids. It's not too many kids out here with fathers. You understand, bro? Like the hood is raising the hood. These kids is raising kids. You understand, bro?
You're telling us to listen. Busy. You're telling us to listen to Hassan Campbell, who has a video saying, no, hold on. I'll play what he said if you disagree. I'm gonna play what he said anyway. You're telling us to listen to Hassan Campbell, and you pointed out this point. You did this. You telling us that was the most important point that he made. Yet you went to Kwame and you went and got your son in the coding. I don't understand that.
I took the message, bro.
You took it from Kwame, but you're telling us.
I took the message from Hassan too, bro.
He said don't do it. No, he said fuck coding.
Hold on. He didn't say fuck coding. He said how is people supposed to deal with coding with mental health issues? He did. See, let me tell you something, right? I come from the hood.
Did you have mental health issues since you was a hood nigga? Because he making the correlation that hood niggas got mental health issues. Did you have mental health issues?
Yes.
You did? And you still did it. Like either way you try to spin it, you did the opposite of what Hassan said that wasn't gonna happen. And you came on my shit to take up for him when you did the opposite. You was a hood nigga, you had mental health issues, and you got your son in coding at 11 years old. I'm proud of you for not listening to Hassan. I'm proud of you for not listening to him.
But see, bro. See, when Hassan speak, he speak on arrogant nigga in the hood. You understand? I've been through that. Like, for certain,
and you still did?
Hold on. Let me just say
I'm listening, my brother. I'm listening.
It's videos where Hassan like, yo, stay away from street corners. Stay away from
Everybody know that. I'd rather go listen to a nigga who ain't never had no problem with his brain and he can't be trusted around children. I'd rather listen to that nigga say that. There's so many people out here saying that generic message. Why do I gotta listen to somebody that dangerous that we don't want to? Hold on, busy. I hate asking you this, bro, because I like you, man. Do you trust Hassan around your sons?
I would never.
Well, why are we having this conversation?
But you know why I say I would never? Because, like you said, he said out of his own mouth, "Don't trust me around."
Why are we having this conversation, bro?
Cause it's like I just feel like just because a person you don't like a person or something going on.
I don't like a person because I'm afraid of what he may do to a child. I'm not gonna be ashamed of that.
But is there any proof that he ever did something to a child?
I just asked you, would you have your sons around him, bro? So me and you feel the same way.
No, I'm not. But is there any proof? The only reason why we feel the same way because he put certain things on social media. So
this is what I said on my other channel, Busy, and you know I do true crime, right?
No, I ain't know that.
Okay, yeah. So that's my biggest shit. This ain't even my biggest channel. So this is what I say, Busy. I say there's a difference than me being a regular human than me being a juror. If I was one of 12 jurors, I can't convict Hassan Campbell without seeing evidence. Facts. Me as a regular human being, as a father of 2 little boys, if I see a man who goes online and every time he put people down, he's telling other people to perform, other men to perform fellatio on him, you know what I'm saying, give him oral sex. He's talking about putting oil inside of a little little boy's ass and rubbing them up and raping kids. If these are the things coming out of a person's mouth, fuck being a juror. I'm talking about myself as a man. This ain't nobody I want around. This ain't nobody I want to listen to. This is fuck you. Go over there. Busy. I guarantee you in your whole life, you done been around somebody at the club or somebody, and they ain't even say nothing close to that. They just said some shit you like, you know what, fuck this nigga. And you went your other way.
Not yo, you know what? You 100% right, bro. Because The shit that I've been like, he said, yo, that shit fucked me up, and I just heard that within a couple of days. I'm like, what the fuck this nigga talking about? Yo, I've been listening to this nigga, and you know, like not listening to him, but taking certain messages to keep my mind on point, not to get caught up in the hood and the streets, and like he be having certain point. But when he said that,
there's a lot of good men saying the same message.
Yo, when he said that shit blew me. I'm like, yo, this nigga need to get like.
So why we here, my brother? Why we here, man? You know, you're a good father. You got. I don't even know how to get my son in code, and you helped me, teach me. I would love I think they'll be great at it. You're doing something great. So why are we here taking up for Hassan Campbell?
I was watching the same video you were just watching. I'm like, yo, damn, why they coming at this nigga house like?
Because of what he said, the shit you like, I didn't like. I didn't like a mentally disturbed person telling us that other people are mentally disturbed. So since they're mentally disturbed, fuck coding.
No, he didn't say fuck coding.
Can hood niggas be plumbers? Can hood niggas do any kind of trade? It is not about coding. Kwame is teaching that people should have a trade. Yeah. In 2020, if you know how to fix cars, you wasn't the shit. If you know how to fix cars, when nobody ain't got no money in 2020 when the pandemic hit to go take their car, do anything, you win the shit.
All right, but I see what you.
He's just saying a trade. So he's saying because guys in the hood and guys shooting and killing each other, these guys should not know a trade.
All this with Kwame is saying was 80s, 90s era. You understand?
Trades.
Yeah, they took it out in the 2000s.
Yep. So I'm saying, he's saying bring it back.
So now what I'm trying to tell you right now is these kids. What he's speaking is the truth. I'm not knocking his message.
Who?
Kwame. I'm not knocking his message. But what I'm trying to say is I'm seeing this shit on a daily. These kids is on drugs. These kids is not hearing that, bro. Like for real, it's a small percentage that might take that route, but majority. Bro, it's kind of like it's over. If you asking me, bro, if you asking me as a black man, I don't see no future. Tupac said this shit 20 years ago. I see no future. You understand? Because as us being black,
Tupac said he see no future and he's dead because he didn't take that route. But listen, there's one thing I didn't tell you, Busy. I forgot to tell you when I made the correlation between the 1 mile apart, the Boys and Girls Club where I went, and Memorial Gym, where a lot of where people got actually murdered. My cousin got shot down 5 times, all in the lungs. He barely survived. He probably be watching this shit right now. But one thing I didn't tell you, there was also another difference when the niggas came from a Memorial Gym and they walked into that Boys and Girls Club. Because they walked into that Boys and Girls Club and they saw a different environment. They saw what makes you cool is different than what makes you cool down the street. I saw it happen live before my eyes. I saw what happened when you bring positive black men into the poverty-stricken neighborhood and what it does and the influence. I will never forget Mr. Hatcher. I will never forget Chris, who worked at the Boys and Girls Club. These are guys who saved my life, because if that shit would have never been there, I would have been at Memorial Gym and I would have looked up and glorified different things, or I probably would have died. So to say that you can't bring positive information into a poverty-stricken area and make a difference is just fucking wrong. And I don't need to hear that message from a guy who thinks it's cool to go online and talk about having sex with young boys.
I don't agree with that. That's something he got personal going on in his life that kind of fucked him up mentally. But are you still connected like with the neighborhoods? Like you still go on, you still connected, you still do your research, and do you see what's going on?
Our time is harder. And also, too, there was a correlation, right? Because you look a little older. You're not my age, but you're not like 20. Yeah, so you mid. You're not like young 20s. So you see that there's a difference. Like with my age, it was great. You was awesome at selling drugs. Now you're good if you take drugs because of what makes you cool. It makes you cool because the rapper talk about taking drugs. That don't got a lot to do with music. It has a whole lot to do with fucking with music. So what does music do? Music pushes a message of what to be cool. So if you can go out there and try to change the narrative of what is cool, If you go out there and be like, this the cool shit, this water, what a cool kid said on YouTube. That was Kwame Brown and all them doing this shit. What them niggas talking about? They talking about learning the trade. Why would anybody not anything positive? If we go down to the bare simple thing, why not something that's positive? What if no one ever heard of coding, right? And they were gonna go through the same shit that they're going through in the hood. And what if just 3 people? What if 3 people heard of it? And these 3 people went, and 2 of them came in coding the one. The third one that was gonna go in coding, he ended up going to some other different trade. But either way, his brain is focused on something else, and he didn't go down the same path. What is wrong with a black man teaching them a positive message that people want to come and crucify them for it? I don't get that, bro.
No, it's nothing wrong with it. Kwame, he speak a good message.
But when you say niggas in the hood got mental issues, we're gonna throw them all in the bubble, mental issues, so they ain't hearing the shit. Fuck off with your message.
But what I'm trying to tell you, it's damn near 80%. It's bad. You got bro.
It's always been bad. It was worse with it. It was worse in my era.
Let me tell you, right?
It was worse in my era. I didn't turn out that way.
The whole time I grew up, I'm seeing no fathers. I'm seeing females raising kids. I'm seeing kids raising kids. So I'm not trying to I'm not trying to knock Kwame message, but it's a bigger message than just
You can't knock Kwame message because you took his message and your son now know coding.
Yeah, but
you can't knock it. You took
1%, it in, bro. I'm 1%.
I don't care what I'm saying. You took a man's positive message and it made a positive impact on your son, and it was a trade that he didn't know. You can't knock it. Somebody else can. You out of the picture.
Yeah.
So like, bro, like if somebody, a serial killer want to come in the hood and try to teach a positive message, I'm not listening to none of that shit he say, because the shit he's saying, there's other positive people that can teach it, and the person that says the message matters. That's bullshit to say that the person that says the message doesn't matter.
I think that's where Kwame and Hassan crashed at. You know what I'm saying? Because Hassan felt like Kwame was trying to take his shine or whatever the case may be.
That's childish.
It's childish because I seen it. I seen Hassan picking at him. I seen it all. He was taking Kwame's slogans. He was in his chat sending him money. Then you go at the dude like, yo, why you going at that boy, man? He ain't doing nothing to you. So I seen it because, like I said, I be on Hassan page a lot, but I be more on Kwame shit because he's teaching something that I want to know, something that I want to teach my kids. You know what I'm saying? Hassan is just more on the street level to get you thinking like, all right, this could happen. You know what I'm saying? Like you said,
I don't think that. I think Hassan has severe mental issues for being molested for a large period of time. Anytime you become an adult and you go back to your abuser, that shows that you still have signs of it. Anytime you threaten people with violence to do the same thing that happened to you during this abuse, shows signs of it. And anybody going under this much continuous trauma that they're portraying online needs to be off the internet and be around some other mental counseling instead of trying to be on here and try to say that a whole environment is 100% committed to the same mental issues. I think that he needs to go and take care of his motherfucking self, and that's why he's in the problem in the situation that he's in. I think he buffed his chest out to pull out a gun to do stuff a lot faster because he's going so hard to try to overcompensate for them taking his manhood growing up. And I don't think he needs to be out here talking about nobody about no community. That's how I feel. Fuck him. And fuck his message, because he don't say anything intelligent. He don't say anything I haven't heard from other intelligent people with a far more better reputation. So that's how I feel from what I've seen of him.
You know what? I can't even disagree with you on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even just because of the shit that he been saying about the kids and all that. I can't even disagree with you on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Word. I can't even say nothing about that, man, because
I feel you, my brother. You know, we got a lot of people waiting to come on, man. Great topic, great conversation. Anytime you see the link, you're more than welcome to come up. Are you YouTube TV?
Yeah, I'm YouTube TV, man.
Oh,
YouTube TV
right, man.
streets, man. I be studying the streets of YouTube and shit, and just be like, just trying to stay focused and just be aware of my surroundings and see what's going on in the world and shit. So that's my take on shit, man. And I appreciate you allowing me to come up speak. Listen, I'm not on a Hassan bandwagon. I'm not on a. I'm just trying to see.
Nah, man, you cool, man. Like
Uh,
another message I try to preach, man. You can disagree with somebody, and you can be cool, man. You're a black brother who done taught his son another trade, so I feel you on that right there. It could be good, man. You make a YouTube channel
yeah,
showing
nah,
how you go
he
into
was
details
on
of,
it. He,
of what your son going
yo,
through to learn his trade.
when I told him about it, he got on it. He's halfway into making his own little game. I'm like, what the heck already? I'm like, wow,
That's what we need. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, it's deep, man. And even talking to you, even opened my mind up about even like the Hassan shit, like, because everything you're saying is right. I was thinking that everything that you're saying, that's why I came and disagree with you, because everything I was saying the same shit. Like, yo, damn, like this nigga like different. Like, how the fuck can you just say this? Period. I don't give a fuck what type of mental breakdown you having. Like, what? You know what I mean? I'm looking at my boys and shit like, yo,
Look,
nah, this nigga, yo, nah, like I can't. You know what I'm saying? So I was
yeah,
hoping that he'll bounce back and like, yo, you know what? And that's why I see the little last two videos. I'm like, all right, he back to his normal routine, getting back to what's going on in the hood and whatever, get his little take. And that's why I tuned in. Like, yo, chill. Like, you know, he's spinning the message. Hopefully, when you see the whole video, you probably
yeah.
understand what I was saying. Like he was breaking down certain things or whatever. But it's definitely good tuning in, man. Salute.
No problem, my bro. I'm finna talk to Beware and Mark, man. You welcome anytime you see the link, busy. Hold it down, my boy.
All right, salute, y'all.
All right, my boy.
Yo, what's good, bro?
What's going on,
You hear
Beware?
me? You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yo,
Good morning.
first, yo, busy. You sound cool. You seem like you got a head on your shoulders, bro. So I'm first thing first. That Hassan Campbell dude is rocking you to sleep with the videos you watching, thinking that he's really that dude. I was watching cat videos back in 2017. I'm from the Bronx, my nigga. I'm from the town. I'm 40 years old.
Oh,
That nigga.
please don't go off on me, bro. Because I
No,
mean,
no,
give
listen,
it.
my nigga. You good,
Yeah.
fam. I'm not
All
one of
right.
those. I'm not one of those dickhead ass niggas. I was
I feel
watching homie videos because I felt the same way like other people felt. Like, oh damn, yo, that's fucked up. What happened to the nigga? Got whatever. I'm not gonna go into detail because I could get real reckless on your live, but I don't want to get your shit blocked and all that. But I felt a little compassion. Like, damn, that's fucked up. But then I started catching other people's videos and I was like, wait a minute, hold on. This nigga just said this in this nigga video. And then he said this in this nigga video. But then he just did an interview with this nigga and said
I'm
something
gonna let
totally
him
fucking
finish
different.
before I open my mouth.
What the fuck is going on here? Is this nigga telling the truth? So now, well, not now, but then I dug into the Sinetta nigga. You know what I mean? I dug into what's the other kid named the polite nigga? Uh I even watched the what's the dude to Jerry, some shit like that. It's a Israelite dude, and I watched some of his videos, and I'm not one of these YouTube niggas. I just watch videos, my nigga. Like, and I got put on the YouTube through rap battle. I caught through some rap battle shit. So that's why I started following you through some rap battle shit. But back to what
appreciate
I was
that.
saying. So I'm realizing that Hassan shit was just a whole fucking gimmick just to get YouTube coins, because a lot of his videos from early on was deleted that these new subscriber niggas ain't never see before. So he's rocking these niggas to sleep with the bullshit, rocking nigga snapbacks, all this goofy clown shit now. But his early on videos, bro, he was on YouTube. I ain't gonna hold you, looking dirty, stretched out V-necks, nasty fitted hats. Next thing you know, the nigga, I'm not looking for no donations, but if you want to donate, and then his shit starts skyrocketing, and then the video that a lot of his subscribers might not have saw, I'm a big YouTuber. You ain't see me on YouTube. If you ever seen that shit with the nigga in Burger King, when the nigga bugged out on a little Spanish lady,
No,
a
I
lot
never
of his
seen
YouTube.
that.
See, look, you see what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't never. And that video was pushed out crazy. It was another cat
Hassan has deleted probably about 8 videos that people have not seen over the years.
Definitely did, Elder. This nigga, no, fuck 8. I'm talking about we going back from 2017 till recent.
Oh, I've known him before then.
It been now, like I said, big bro, I followed him early on for a split second because, like I said, he's from the town. What happened to him sound fucked up.
But that's not even an issue.
No,
he wants to deal with that man being should he be? Look at the title, brother. What he's talking about, though. That's what we got to stop letting get Hassan get all the shine.
And that's the problem.
He's a symbol of everything that's wrong. If you keep this stuff becomes redundant when we keep repeating all about what Hassan is. First of all, it's all about the children, and he's not good for the children at all. He has already come on here. Remember, Maya Angelou told you that if a person shows you who they are the first time, believe them. This man has come on in and told you what it's about. It has already been studies on. See, the thing is, the coding. Let me tell you something. I come from coding. I come from trade school. I'm a 61-year-old man. Brother, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Nah, you were right. You were old school.
Too much time on Hassan.
I'm loading up lunch. That's why I got my camera on.
And his shenanigans. Hassan is irrelevant right now. The thing is, I hope everybody that's sincere about dealing with these children, because they're going to be our future. And the thing is, not my future, because I'm going to die before all this stuff takes place. But I would like to see, before I leave this world, this positive things like being real and all these other brothers are coming up with Kwame and everybody. People got to stop worrying about Kwame. Kwame helped bring the message, and I love him for that. But if we gonna stay stuck on this nonsense about
Elder, you know the problem, Elder. This is the problem. This is the problem here. Everybody jumped on Kwame's dick. Now I fucked with Kwame.
Yeah, see,
listen, hold on, wait.
I don't want to talk about dicks, bro. I don't do that.
Kwame, no, all right, now, but listen, it's not even that. Listen,
that's
what I'm
petty.
saying
You want
is
to
a
argue about?
bandwagon.
You
No,
want to
listen, it's a
argue about
bandwagon.
somebody being on somebody's dick like you
Nobody
jealous?
arguing
That's
about
some
nothing. I
jealous stuff,
fucks
man.
with
You and your
Kwame. You're not
feelings,
hearing
man.
me,
So
Elder.
somebody likes somebody.
Wait.
Too much, Elder. I fuck with
I'm gonna
Kwame.
mute both of y'all. I'm gonna mute both of y'all.
What I'm saying is,
Bro,
Kwame.
you can put me out. I stand on real. You can put me out. It's not a problem.
No. I want. Hold on. Hey, what's your name?
You'll never threaten me with the bullshit, though. I stand
I'm
on
not
real.
trying to threaten you, man. Chill out. Be real.
Real.
Listen,
Kwame been
hold
on YouTube for about 2 years.
Don't go nowhere, y'all. Don't go nowhere. Listen, I don't want to stop nobody. I want to hear both of y'all. I want to hear opposing viewpoints. I don't want to kick you off my shit. I don't even want to mute you. Both of y'all muted now because I got to say this. I want both of y'all to talk, but to the audience, y'all sound like this. I had the last guy. I wanted to fucking interrupt so fucking much, but I had to chill and let him get his shit off so I can respond to it. Just let each other talk. I'm gonna unmute both of y'all. Then you got to go nowhere. I'm cool. You ain't got to agree with me. I just want y'all to let each other talk. That's all.
No, I definitely respect that. But what I was trying to tell Elder, he jumped the gun by when I said everybody jumped on Kwame Dick. Nobody was
finish what you were saying about that.
Nobody. What I meant by that was everybody ran to Kwame as in saying, "Oh, he's now on YouTube." All the YouTubers that came at him is now saying, "Oh, he's now on YouTube," and trying to come at him.
He's been on YouTube.
Exactly. And he been speaking the shit he's speaking. Is just that what happened was with the Matt Barnes, with the Matt Barnes and the Steven Jackson bullshit made him relevant again. So YouTubers like Hassan Campbell sees, oh shit, he's stepping in the limelight now. So he jumped on his back. And then you had the kid, the low-key dude who jumped on his back. So it was like Kwame didn't just come to YouTube. And a lot of the YouTubers that's attacking him jumped on his, you know what, to where it's like, what the fuck is you doing out here? Yo, he always been out here. It's just that y'all never was paying attention to what he was saying. He was saying the same thing then that he's saying now. Yeah. It's just that he's being watched more. That was the whole thing. And then the Hassan Campbell thing, he felt like he's a street dude and he been through this, that, and the third. And now look at Kwame, he's stepping out here. So now Kwame had to put him in his place to say, yo, what you come at me for? I never even said nothing to you. I'm talking to the kids about coding, not people like me who is 40, not people who in their 30s, not the 20s, the young ones, the ones that's going to be coming up after the ones in their 20s and in their teens. And I respect what Busy said, that the little young niggas out here doing what they do. That's the young niggas in their early 30s, mid 20s. Some teenagers are, but you have some teenagers that want to get their mind right. And that's the people Kwame trying to reach out to. And possibly some adults who want to get into the shit he's speaking about. But the shit he's speaking about isn't new. They just now gravitating to it.
Yeah,
Because
but they're just not hearing it. But that's all of YouTube. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think all you got to do. Hold on, before I let my man talk. All you got to do is be honest with your audience. I tell you. I mentioned the names. Like he said, I mentioned Hassan. When it comes to Hassan, the individual, he's a sick person I don't want to talk about. When it comes to so many people waiting to come on here to speak live, you guys would have never been on here if it was just me. I've been on YouTube for a long time on this channel. I've been on YouTube, but y'all are here because of the title, and we can take this information and honestly, but I'm saying we can't. You wasn't. You knew me from Battle Rap.
Yeah, I fuck with you.
But hold on. I'm just saying in general. All of these people here, the chat and down here, is because of the topic. But you can take a topic and you can have great conversation about things that you always wanted to talk about. That's all.
Definitely, yeah.
But I want my man to speak now. Beware.
Okay,
yo,
hey, young
I
brother.
want to apologize to you, Elder.
No, wait a minute, hold up, brother. No, see, I didn't let you. You said I jumped the gun, and I just listened to what you just said, and I'm extending my apology to you, young fella, because if what you said, if what came out of your mouth after we stopped talking, I apologize to you because that message came a whole different thought that I thought of. Okay, yeah. So I can make mistakes too, even at 61. So I apologize to you, young man. It's not a problem. Okay, and I do extend my sincere apologies to you for that. Okay, because you made it. It wasn't what I was thinking you was going to say. But see, I don't like the thought when men start talking about other men's penises and stuff.
Yeah, I respect that. But
that triggers something in me. The sexual part of this is what's wrong with the get along.
Then I know you. Then I know you hate Hassan.
I apologize. I apologize for that, Elder.
Hey, listen, I've been knowing Hassan for since he was like fucking wet Bambada. You know, yeah. I've been following Hassan for a long time, and plus I used to be in that world. I used to sell drugs and do all the madness stuff. But this ain't about me. Like I said, it's not about nobody getting no shine. These things are with this social media is one of the baddest things ever. For now, they starting to see how the white police are killing our kids and all of that stuff. It's a tool to show us how to get. You could go on this internet and find out how to be smart. And people need to start utilizing this thing to learn things that you don't know, investigate things. And these are a lot of the things, the messages. And I thank God for your doing, brother. And I thank you for letting me come on and being patient with me, because I have what they call that shit, not ADHD, but hypertension. I'm an old dude, man. And I come from the streets. I used to box and swim and do all that stuff. And I told you I did trades. When I came up in school, mechanic shop, let me tell you why they taking the trades out of school, and then I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm sorry for taking so long. But listen, they took the trades out of school because guess what? They could take advantage of your mothers and your grandmothers when they go to take their car to the shop. They could take advantage of your mothers and your sisters when the electric man come to your house and charge them all that money for that. But see, back in the day, my father used to go around to the neighborhood and do people's stuff for $10 and $20.
That's what I'm saying.
Lose the money for all of these companies that's giving up. That's charging our people. You know what it costs to get a doorknob change for your car? Not doorknob. Did I say that? I'm sorry. The handle for your shit. If you don't know how to go down to the junkyard and get it yourself. And if you got a brand new car, you ain't gonna find that handle in the fucking excuse my language, in the
Nah, you cool.
junkyard. You know what I'm saying? I know you can cuss on this shit, but you know, I'm an elder guy, and I'm from the streets. But at the same token, we got to learn how to respect each other. That's another thing, and stop letting our egos get in the way of when we are thinking.
Another thumbs up.
Yeah.
I think that's one of our young people's problems in the street. They don't have no respect. When I was coming up, we did our dirt, but we had this respect for the elders, and we had respect for women and children. They don't have none of that no more, and it makes me cry, man. And I'm a tough old dude. I'm telling you, I do this. I told people already, I do this for bread and meat. If I can't do it, I can't eat. Do I look like I'm starving? Fuck no. But I'm just saying, that's as a joke to say, this shit is ridiculous, out of control. And guess where I live at, y'all? Philadelphia. Yep.
Okay.
Born and raised
Philly
on
in
the
New York,
playground where I spend most of
Hey
my
man,
days. And I'm not like
I want to say,
Phil.
hey yo, I want to say thank you guys for both coming on. I want to give other people the chance to get on, and
Yes,
I'm new to this,
brother.
so
Thank you.
maybe I got people on too short, maybe I have people on too
I
long.
appreciate
I
you,
want to try to
man.
get to.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And young brother, hey, when I see you, you see me. Remember my face. I can't see yours, but don't hit me in the head for being ignorant. Okay?
You know what, old school? I
I
seen you on Kwame's video already. You was already did a live with Kwame.
Yeah, that's where I know
watched
him
that
from.
already.
Yeah, I go
I
around,
watched your
man,
live
because
with
I try to
Kwame.
put my spin on shit too. I'm a newsy motherfucker. I'm retired, and I'm I just got operations on my knees. I used to play football and stuff and be a bad boy. Okay.
Yeah,
Y'all
but
take it
real.
easy.
You too old school.
All right,
but
y'all
real,
take it
what
easy, man.
God
what I
bless.
was trying to say, real,
Thanks,
to the
real.
Busy
All right.
was that I respect everything Busy said, except for the fact that he catches Hassan message, because there's really no message there unless you some grimy, dirty street nigga who just want to go out and shoot niggas and rob niggas and do goofy shit. Because like at the end of the day, I used to follow dude on YouTube, but then he started talking this goofy bozo shit, and it's like, yo, wait, hold on, you a few years older than me. Why are you acting like you younger than me? I come across niggas like this outside that's younger than me. What are you doing? So I started following other YouTubers and start realizing like, wow, dude ain't really who he's supposed to be. I fell back. But then a whole lot of that other bullshit start coming out where he running up on niggas with the gun with no bullets. And he told nigga he gonna bust a nut in his mother's mouth and got sperm for him. All this clown shit. And it's like, my nigga, you're grown with daughters. You really thinking like this? This is your thought? And then to make it worse, your daughters is in a fucking other room. What are you doing? Busy?
Yeah, I feel you, man. But I'm gonna try to get Nelson
real,
and
stay up.
Tiffany on right now, my boy.
Yeah, no doubt, my nigga. Stay up, bro.
Anytime, come on. Whenever you see the link, you welcome up, my boy. Hey, before Tiffany, before you and Nelson say something, I just want to say two quick things. First of all, my man who just left, he did just say mother. He said MUVUA. He said mother. I just want. but one more quick thing I want to say is you don't want to put down Busy. I know a lot of people strongly disagree with Busy because what I want us to do, I want us to have different opinions and talk to each other. And I think that me and Busy left cool. I think, I was glad that Busy's son is learning something new. And I think that Busy, hearing it from a strong voice, he realized just how fucking bad it is, the shit that Hassan says. You can see him contemplating and thinking while he's on the live. So I don't want to come down when he leave and just totally demoralize him because it could take him away from what he felt that he learned. You feel me?
Yeah.
But now, what y'all came on to say? Shout out to you, Tiffany and Nelson.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I just wanted to say, I'm sorry, I would have my camera on, but I'm laying in bed and I don't want to be disrespectful. So.
No, that's cool.
But I feel like Hassan is dangerous because he double speaks, and when you double speak, the message now becomes distorted, and that's what I wanted to say to that first gentleman. But then I do understand what he's saying. Like, what do we do for the young kids now that are so deep in it. These kids grew up with no parents. Like, how do you really go into the hood? That is something that we have to think about. Like, how do you go into a hood? I mean, I grew up in the projects for maybe 4 years, but then, God bless where my, mother was able to get us into a better living situation. And then I'm cool now. But I have a 24-year-old son and a 12-year-old son. Started off young, but I thank God their dad is very involved. But what do we do for those kids? I think that is a big question. What do we do for those kids? Is it a generation lost? Or that is it a generation that can be saved? Because a lot of them kids are on them drugs because of the music influence. I remember when that song came out, what is his name? I liked it too. The Nice Beat, Future, Molly Percocet. I'm like, oh, that's a nice beat until my son told me what they were saying. I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
So what do we
Yeah.
do? Is this generation considered lost? And do we start anew? Or what do we do for those kids right now, like in Chicago and New York? And as far as Hassan, he's a lost cause. And I do believe you two should pull his page. I do. Because he needs therapy, not like throw him away, but definitely get that man some type of therapy. Then maybe he can come back and, then preach his road to redemption. But I feel as though the bigger message is the children, and what do we do about this generation that is lost? Like, what do we do about that?
I have an answer that I want to
Uh-huh.
say, but I want to hear from Nelson Counseling first, though. He on here, but now I'll come back afterwards.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I like that setup too, by the way, Nelson.
Thanks. I just jumped into the YouTube game, so I'm trying to get like
I like
you.
it, man.
Yeah.
I do that kind of lighting sometimes, so I like it.
Yeah, it is nice.
Thanks. Thanks. So I'm a licensed professional counselor. So Hassan is. I understand that he's trying to have a positive message, but he's speaking from a place of complete trauma. And if you notice the way that he behaves, he picks a fight with someone, and then when someone responds, he quickly goes into a defensive mode, and his defense is, I was molested, I was raped. And so he's able to kind of, it takes the heat off of him because it shows him in the light as a victim. And so if you kind of look at how he engages with everybody, he has that kind of cycle. If you take him off of YouTube, for him, it'll probably be detrimental to him right now, just because he's built his whole persona based off of YouTube. His whole sense of being a man is based off of his YouTube presence.
Yeah.
So you take that away from him, and he essentially has nothing. In terms of his message to the kids, I don't like the way that he's approaching it. He's approaching it like, if you're not from the hood, then these kids ain't trying to hear none of that, and that you got to address the kids' mental health first. And I hate hearing stuff like that, because it's like, that's the same conversations we keep having in the Black community. Oh, how do we all come on, unify and get on one accord? Every time we have these conversations, it ends with, there needs to be a mindset change. Like that means nothing to me. Like it's not going to happen. It's not collectively going to happen right now. With the kids, during the day, I run a counseling program inside of a high school. So we do two things. We incorporate youth development and mental health at the same time. So the same times that we're teaching these kids trades, we're providing counseling for them without them even knowing that they're receiving counseling. So everything that Kwame said is real. Like, what would really change everything for our kids is if we truly implemented this inside of our schools. So in my particular school, we teach entrepreneurship, aquaponics, which is a system of farming that doesn't use soil, and it's like there's just all kinds of money.
I be want to learn.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah, so we teach that. If you go on Willenboro High Schools in New Jersey, there the website, you'll see the whole system that we built. We called it Project Wakanda, and we can grow anything inside of it, sell it to the community. They grew collard greens, Swiss chard. They've raised tilapia up. Like, it's its own store in itself. So we teach them that entrepreneurship. We teach them book publishing. So by the time they start with us as a freshman and they graduate as a senior, They're published authors. They design comic books that are actually published. You can buy it on Amazon. We have all of these things. We teach them cinematography. We teach them audio production. All of these different things in one program, and it was so successful that it got back to the government. It got back to Phil Murphy, who was our governor, and what I thought was going to be a good thing, and that they would see that this was the solution to getting our kids out of stuff. They immediately tried to cut it, and they tried to cut it at the height of the pandemic because they didn't provide any kind of reason. But I know that they cut it because it was so successful that they need us to be down. They need us to be suffering, because then they get to come in as our saviors.
Yeah.
If we start doing well, then there's no purpose of having DIFAS, the Department of Children and Families, all these services, all these behavioral health services that are in place for our kids. All of that stuff goes out the door once our community comes up. So we need to stay down. So I learned by them trying to cut our program that the only way that we're going to pull ourselves up is if we all combine our resources and we put these programs ourselves, community-based programs inside of the school, and bring people like you that have different set of skills that can come in and teach different things. That's what I do with my program all the time. I find people in our community that have a certain trade. I come in, I pay them to teach the kids, and then while during the school day for the kids, we assign certain days that they can go out into the community. They can do projects. They can do freelance work and get paid for it, so they're making money. And like it's just a powerful program. But like I've just kind of become disillusioned about the whole thing now, because I've noticed that whenever we try to do when something is shown as we're doing well in something comes against it, and in this case it's our own government.
God, it's something I want to ask you, Crystal. You're muted right now. I just muted you because I was trying to figure out where the feedback was coming from. It's coming from you. So I don't know if you're trying to listen to me on something else or whatever. I'm gonna unmute you because I want to hear what you got to say. The fact that what you do for a living, you work with children. Oh man, I got like 3 big things I want to ask you. First, I want to ask you what I said earlier, what you feel about that, and do you think it was a difference, or do you think it's just anecdotal shit that don't matter? When I said that 1 mile apart there was a boys and girls club, and the kids who learned those programs and things they taught there came out different than the kids that went to Memorial Gym. It just was a basketball gym, and there was a lot of shootings and stuff. But I'm not exaggerating. This was literally 1 mile away. And do you think that just those different places mattered and how the kids turn out so different?
Yeah, it makes all the difference. So if we look at in my neighborhood, Willingboro, a lot of the kids get in a lot of trouble, and they've even told me this, is because they don't have anything to do. They don't have anywhere to go after school, and so as a result of that, they get into all the wrong stuff. So once there's different programs, a variety of programs that are in the area, like we keep the school open late so that the kids can stay after school, just talk with one another. They can play games. We got programming going on for them. There's a complete difference between the kids that take part in those services as opposed to the kids that are just, there's no YMCAs or anything in the area, anything for them to do. Like that was the solution, those community-based services.
Gotcha. Second thing I want to ask is something else I said. I don't know how long you've been watching me or whatever, but one thing I said that people get down on me, they act like I'm taking up because we say so much negative about the youth now. But I think the youth are better than how I was or how we were in the 90s in the hood. So whereas little things such as if you were the one kid in the 90s that did not smoke a Newport, you got picked on and pressured to smoking. But now little kids are the same age that would get together in the hood and they be like, man, you smoking them fucking cancer. I ain't smoking that bullshit. Like just those little things I think are a little better, that they don't do the exact same thing that we do. And I don't think that they get credit for that.
Nah, that you're completely right with that. Like I was thinking as you said that, I was like, I don't remember the last time when I went into the building, like after school with the kids, that I'd seen them smoking, talking about smoke, anything like that. Like some of them smoke weed once in a while, but like they even say why they do that now. A lot of it is is to cope with what's going on inside of their life. So they even have the presence of mind to know what's helping them, and who am I to say something about that? Because the alternative is all these medications that they're throwing out there for them that's not regulated. Like they're being over medicated without anybody watching how much they're being prescribed and stuff like that. So they said, forget all that. I'm going to do what I know works for me right now. So
let's bring Crystal back in to full circle to the question that she initially started with. She said, it's so lost now. Crystal, you're not muted. It's so lost now. It's so lost now. And when Crystal was saying it's so lost now, I was like, and again, for people who not black who listening, we not talking about fucking black people. We talk about poverty-stricken areas, the hood. We talk about that kind of mindset because that's not all black people. You know, my kids don't know shit about that. But in that environment, what Crystal was talking about, she said they so lost. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe I'm wrong. I still feel like we was more lost back then. They are taking Percocets because the rapping started talking about taking Percocet. When we were young, the rapping was about killing and selling drugs, so people killed and sold drugs. So it just moved to something else in those poverty-stricken areas. But I don't think that they're more lost than what we were.
Nah, I don't think they're more lost either. I think the messaging that they're getting from like all the videos and stuff like that is changed. Like a lot with the guys. I talked about this before. Like I think they're being taught wrong as men. Like the young guys, especially inside my school, they talking about like they look at manhood as money, power, and respect. So what that looks like for them is going to be like, all right, I'll do whatever I got to do to make my money real quick. That's how I'm going to get all the girls. I get respect by making sure nobody know that they can talk to me sideways. You know what I mean? It's about fighting. Like we don't teach them the core values of being a man in terms of integrity, in terms of humility, you know, those things that aren't discussed at all. So if they're left to look at all these, like all the rappers and stuff like that is really just they're basing their manhood off money, power, and respect, then like what kind of an outcome are we expecting from them? Like these kids are yearning for black men to come in and teach them a different way. They really resonate with that.
Same thing we was.
Our field, the mental health field, like a lot of the reason why it doesn't resonate with them is because it's dominated by white women that can't relate to them at all. But when you have black men that operate on the completely different end of the spectrum, they not talk about none of that hood stuff. They can talk about making money, but they talking about living a respectful and life full of integrity. Like they do gravitate to that. It's just, you know, now we're always looking for the next fad, the newest way to engage with kids, and we're listening to all these behavioral health companies tell us that, you know, our kids got behavior problems and they're sending all these specialists into our school to work with them. They don't have behavior problems. We're just not paying attention to them the way we're supposed to.
Yeah, I agree.
Gotcha. Before because I want to bring Duke on, my man Duke been chilling, man. I want to say this right here, like everybody got their underlining theme to their channel. Mine is learn to how to, you know, talk in detail and not just say generic thing, to have a real conversation and be cool with somebody who disagree with you. But my other underlining theme for my channel has always been make shit cool. Do you think like everybody looking for this counterbalance? There's a lot of people, you included, both of you guys having great conversation tonight. This whole shit stemmed from them picking on Kwame, or people would never came from Kwame to my channel. So there's a lot of stuff going on YouTube right now that's creating a climate of what's cool. It's cool to learn these topics. It's cool to listen to this stuff.
How do you make it cool, John, when you have people like Cardi B? Like what happened? I just left a post on Facebook like, please, Mother Queen Lauryn Hill, come down and teach these young female rappers, you know, different lingo. Like, how do you make it cool when you have them on that spectrum talking about thotting and whopping and whatever else? Like, that is what sells. So that's what's cool. How do we make, you know, I think I have a nice body, but I don't want to, you know, like I'm laying in bed right now. I respect myself enough not to show everybody what I have. Like, how do we make that cool again? Like,
Look
how do
cool.
you do that?
And now she gonna make me get in trouble. It was God knows, like there's a guy, there's a type you're gonna date and type you just gonna sleep around with. If you talking about just some, that's very generic. But here's my point right here. Why stop? Like that guy when Busy came on, basically he's saying stop, right? He's saying, yo, there's a bunch of mental health problems in the hood. Fuck coding. Stop it. He's telling you to stop. Or if you say, Cardi B's selling and she's saying a bad image, so we should stop? Or we should keep doing what we're doing and you pulling people out to see different. You slowly trickling in and you're changing the environment of what's cool. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, why stop?
I keep going back to the schools. We teach them something different inside of schools. Eventually, Cardi B is going to face herself out because they're not going to be interested in that type of stuff anymore. Like she's making her money. I don't see any reason to, cancel her. Like if we start doing what we need to do as a community, she'll cancel herself.
I hope so. I hope so because I feel like you said, music is a big influence. That's why, like, I grew up with Lauryn Hill, and I'm like, she was the dopest female rapper ever, ever. She always she always spoke about respect on men and women, and it's just gone now. Like, the coolest thing is to shoot a nigga and to have wet pussy. Like, excuse my French, that's the cool thing now. So I wish we could change. I wish I knew how to. I used to work, well, not work. I used to help after school programs where my son was at, volunteer time. But I just wish I knew the answer, because to hear some of the conversations in those rooms, I'm like, young lady, you don't have to speak like that. You don't have to do that,
But maybe the answer is parenting, because like I'm sitting here and I'm just like, my kids don't, they know Cardi B name. They saw a picture. They don't know a Cardi B song. They don't listen to stuff like that. Like, what influences them is completely different, and that still come from being detailed. From Cardi B is more generic out there, radio and stuff. But you come detail, it's the parent.
Mm-hmm.
Is what
Oh yeah,
what
definitely. We
your
are the
kids are surrounded
example.
every day.
Yeah, definitely. I
It's the
agree with
schools that they
that.
can go to.
Yeah, but listen, my kids go to a predominantly white school. When I tell you, them white kids be jamming to that music, and that you know, they know the lyrics front and back. Whatever she had, my bloody something. They know Megan Thee Stallion. I'm a dot dot dot. I'm like, oh my god, it just blows my mind. But if anybody has any advice, I mean, I haven't worked there since last summer, but maybe I'll do it next semester. Maybe I will go back. Like, it was so frustrating to see some of them young ladies, and young boys. But I don't know. That's why I asked, do you think it's a generation loss? But I listened to your perspective. I forget, what is his name? But there is hope. I guess there's always hope. And I just, thank
But
God
yeah,
for Kwame. Thank God for you. And
thank
it
you.
was nice speaking to this therapist guy. I mean, I like to hear a conversation, good conversation. And I believe, like Kwame says, like, we can all learn something from each other. We may not always agree, but I always take in. I always do, as an individual. We all did that. And then come collectively together. I feel like as a community, we can get something done, but we all have to be on that same page of desire, I guess. I guess.
Yeah.
All
Thank you,
right, guys.
Tiffany.
Well,
Definitely appreciate that.
thank you for having me on. I gotta get up at 6 o'clock, so I'm going to bed.
All right, hold it down. And Kwame Brown, if somebody show you this part, I think you need to have Nelson counseling on your channel, man. I got Duke on here. Duke back here chilling like
Oh yeah. Can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you. You've been on for like
Okay.
5 minutes.
Okay, cool. I was just making sure I could be heard because I got these new headphones in, and
Yeah.
I ain't. All right. So I like the fact that this conversation is happening on YouTube. Today is the first day that I went out and I clicked the button for lives, different lives on YouTube, because I generally stay in my own zone. But
Yeah.
what drew me was the real. the word real. So I was
Yeah.
reeled in by the real, because that's one of the tattoos that I wanted to get on my forearms. Real men. You dig what I'm saying? Because this is what we naturally do. We draw people in with our giving God, you know, conscious, or our light, or the information that we have. Now, I am an adult that lives with Asperger's autism. Uh, a lot of people would say, well, you don't look like you have autism, you don't sound like it. Well, I want you to remember that children that were brought up in special education, they turn into adults. Now, they might not, be like they were when they were children, but eventually they grow up. So, with the whole YouTube community, the first word in YouTube is you. What I've realized in the 15 years that I've been on YouTube since it started, a lot of people of our color have made their channels about someone else, about somebody else's consciousness, what they talk about, what they're doing, and this and that. And that's only programming, because now a lot of us don't know trades. And I like what the elder came in here and said about taking vocation out of the school, just like when they took the Bible out of school. Things just started to change drastically, because now we got more churches in America, in our community. So if the public schools have this dynamic in it, but they have it in their neighborhoods, these kids are going to come into school and excel. We need to make sure that we take that out of there, because now we can dictate how they respond to when they fail tests, when they're peer pressured, and all of these other things. You can't do that here in our school. You can't be spiritual in our school. You have to come in and be a carnal human. And so when I look at this YouTube and I watch all of the people who watch content that has something that makes you engage on a dopamine level, some people only watch the hype lives and the drama and the gossip because of the dopamine they get. You don't see a lot of laugh bubbles in here. But like you said, most people wouldn't even be watching this if the topic wasn't these people said names and the drama and this and that.
Because I
So,
said, like what I wanted to do, get people to be more detailed and learn
right,
how to defend themselves and talk to people that no one would come over, you
right,
know.
right,
So you have to adapt to the
right,
society that you live in to be effective. I can still
right.
do what I'm doing. With you, with Nelson, with Tiffany, with everybody come on. I'm doing what I want to do, but I had to
Amen.
adapt to get a lot of people here. You know what I'm saying? To hear it.
Indeed, and I'm glad you saying that, because most of the YouTubers, I said it on my other page in the comments, it's a strategy. There's
Hmm.
nothing personally wrong with um the Muslim guy. Uh, it's a strategy. This is how you get views. Somebody asked me, they like, fam, why do you get on YouTube and it seemed like you good one day, but you bad the next day? Fam, if I was good the whole time, ain't nobody listening to that. If I don't curse you out or respond with, like, something that's gonna make that dopamine drip in your brain and get you to engage and stay. So that's what they're doing. It's all psychology and it's all algorithm. They do all of these things and say certain words that only trigger the algorithm. So because this is what YouTube wants to perpetuate with the people of color tone. I've been searching all for years and watching other YouTubers that are not our color. They game, they shoot guns, they do tutorials. We don't do tutorials. We sit up and talk about each other. And that's
Yeah.
and so with that style, that's the cool thing to do, because that's what the people behind the scene on Facebook and Instagram did. When I first got on those out of college, and Facebook, when you got on Facebook, they sent you an email when you were in college, because it was for college students. Now the age limit on Facebook is 12 years old. So when I see all of these women posting their back shots, their nudes in the tub, this and that, but I'm not gonna be too vulgar, but If I post my print, you dig what I'm saying, on Facebook, I'm gonna get flagged. So we have a
You
lot
out of
of,
here.
yeah, we have a lot of perverts, right? That work the algorithms, that work in Silicon Valley, that work Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So how do we compete? Oh, we can't do it here. It's not going to work here. It's not going to work on these platforms because they are not ran by sensible people. They're not ran by us. We're not going to, I disagree. They go by watch content. These people here to make money, and that's what I'm saying. This is a money making thing. You know what I'm saying? This is not about being right or being wrong. It's all about money. That's it. Because there was a time when YouTube wasn't monetized, and I've been around that long. So now having moderators, having the dollar sign at the bottom, this wasn't around, and people were just talking about themselves. Now it's profitable to talk about other people. So how about what can we do with it? We can't do it here. We're not going to be able to do it on these platforms that are not owned by us. It's not going to work.
Yeah,
I kind of
but okay.
disagree.
I want to bring Nelson back in because you both of you talking about this reminded me of something that I want to ask Nelson anyway. Like, one of the YouTubers I initially started pushing was this young guy by the name of Gravity Takeout, right? And what drew me to Gravity Takeout was I had been on YouTube for so long, and I saw the messages that black men were trying to teach, and it was very bad. It's just to make it just general, it was bad. And I was wondering what young people would think. So I'd have been on so long that there's a whole new generation who don't know nothing about that. So when they start looking into the past and seeing older videos or seeing how people conduct themselves that are older, late 30s, 40s, 50s even, the disgust in these people, and even Kwame Brown had some young guys like, yo, I'm 22 years old, I'm 23 years old, and they're just like, yo, I can't believe that old men acting like this on the internet. And again, like I said earlier, Nelson, like I see a better generation, you know what I'm saying, than the people trying to put down. I see they way smarter than we are. Like, what do you think about that? Like, who cares if YouTube pushing a negative algorithm if these young men coming up and like, holy shit, these old guys are fucking weird, tripping. This is crazy. Like, like, what are y'all thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that I still give credit to our young people. They are
Yeah.
way smarter than I ever was at this age. Like the conversations I've been having with them, like they're politically aware. They, you know what I mean, they can tell real people from fake people. Like and you know, even with the whole YouTube thing, like they see what's going on in our community. Like they see how things work. Like they know that, like you mentioned with the having to put like the title on here to make people come and watch. Like,
Yeah.
you could tell when it's a shame that we got to kind of make our stuff a little bit clickbaity, because when we don't do that, we don't get any kind of views, even when our message is positive. But that's also the problem too, is that because our intentions are pure, because we have a positive message that we're trying to push out, the fact that we have to go that route of making it a little bit clickbaity, that's why people are attacking us, saying we're clout chasing. That's why, you know what I mean? That's why it kind of takes a little bit away from, you know, our integrity in terms of the way that we are operating. But like, I still think that anything that's going to have to do with the kids with me, like I'm all about them, because they're doing remarkable things. And I think the media is just pushing a completely different narrative of where they are. Like, if you're inside these schools, like listening to them and like talking with them, they operate on a whole nother level right now.
Yeah, wait. I mean, and then I'm talking about me being older, but I like if me at their same age, they were way more advanced. But like the problem is, we and I mean like a lot of older people, not like we black people that's older. We have been conditioned to just be far left, far right. I'm not talking about politics. I can say far up, far down, whatever makes you far black, far white, whatever analogy you want to use. To where if I say that the youth is intelligent and I say positive things, that like I don't see nothing wrong. That they're perfect. There's always room for growth. Just because I say that I just don't see that we give them enough credit when they're clearly doing better than we did. You know?
Yeah, now that still goes back to like there needs to be a narrative out there that they're not doing well in order to push all the stuff into our communities that is not even meant to really help them out like that. So if anybody like would come into the schools, like, you know what I mean, see what's really going on and really talk to them and find out what's going on with them, like far more of them are doing well as opposed to, or if not, like most of them have gone through trauma. Like it's about 61% of adults have had some form of trauma in their youth. That's called it's called an ACEs study, adverse child experiences. Like they all have gone through their things, but they are not any worse off than we were back. We were back then, and with us growing up, like you're 100% right. We haven't, we haven't been really paying attention to what they're saying, and we don't give them enough credit at all.
I have a solution.
Listen.
All right, my solution is to all of you YouTubers out there that have, progressive content that's about growth and development. I'm proposing that we start getting together and we start having these YouTubes out in the community. That will bring up, excuse me, because it takes me time to get my words right. That will raise the I don't even know why I'm doing that. That will help this community of people that have a better message. You feel what I'm saying? So we get together, we exchange emails or phone numbers, and we start coming together as people in this YouTube community and having these lives out in the community and actually talking to the real people, because most of these YouTubers, they say a lot of these words, right? And then when they go out in the community, they give a different perception of who they are. Just like I was saying earlier, some of these YouTubers, I think it was Nelson, they base their whole persona off of what they created right here, and that's not really them in real life. You feel what I'm saying? So I think more meetups will bring more people to the discussion. You feel what I'm saying? Because you can look at your statistics in your YouTube studio and see who's actually watching you, what states are actually watching you, what age groups are actually watching you. So now when you organize something like that, now we're actually bringing the real community instead of all the trolls and all the people who are just chasing dopamine. But that's my proposal.
And I didn't post you, LJ John, because I believe you. I just want to use you as an example of how, like, sometimes people think stuff important and it's really irrelevant and just derails the conversation. You said stop calling your children kid or kids. Kid NC 1200, the young goat. Okay, goat, kid, same thing. A lot of people know that. A lot of people don't. Did you know that handsome was first used in England to describe how attractive a woman is? Are you gonna go call a woman handsome now? So like, this is irrelevant stuff, bro. Like, like, and again, what I did there, I don't care about the kid, go or LJ. I just use that as a teachable moment to show people how people can derail situations or say things that they think is important is really not, to use in their life. Same way I use topics of Hassan Campbell or the things that are going on. I don't really care about Hassan Campbell, but when you try to generalize and say that the entire poverty-stricken area is just got mental issues, so they're incapable of being taught a skill, that matters more to me. You feel me?
Yeah, and I definitely think that, like, we also need to stop. On the surface, it looks like just coming at each other. Like Duke, I think Duke mentioned like how we build a lot of our channels based off of coming at other people, and that's how we kind of raise our viewers and our followers like that. Like what I've been trying to do is a little bit different. I'm not trying to start any kind of beef with anybody or talk about anything wrong anyone's doing. I think we need to talk about everybody's personality traits and how that leads them to be the person that they are. So, for example, one of my videos, I talked about the qualities of narcissism and how in the media, black men, like popular black men, they've been pushing out all the narcissists in front of us, and as a result, that's where that mindset comes from. That money, power, respect mindset. We're not getting shown like the black men that are humble, that like go about doing their thing in meekness. Like I think we need to stop. I'm real. I know what you're doing in terms of like how you came at Hassan, and I know why you did it, because there was a larger issue at play. So I completely understand that and respect that. But I think what I want to push too is that look at Hassan from the aspect of trauma. Like he is who he is right now because of all that stuff that he went through. So anything that he's saying now, like he was saying some crazy stuff like I want to fight Kwame because I want to show him how strong I am. It's built off of your perception of this is what it is to be a man. You have to be strong, you have to be flashy. And then when somebody challenges you on that, when somebody says, okay, that doesn't make any sense. Well, I was abused. You don't know anything about this. You can't relate to me because this happened to me. Like, you know what I mean? That all of that is trauma. All of that is mental processes. Like that's stuff that can come out in therapy. So like, you know what I mean? That's why I started following your channel, because I was respecting the way that you were approaching it. Like I could see that you were mad about it. I would never let my kids listen to anything that he said, even if his message was positive, because his message is laced with his trauma, which I don't want to traumatize my kids.
But I did say that though. I mentioned all of those things. But it comes to a point with me, and maybe I'm wrong, Nelson. I can't afford to care because you're one person and you have the ability to affect literally 300,000 people. I have to care more about people that don't understand that every time you talk, you're coming from just a place of mental trauma. I have to throw that out my head to try to save people who think that what he's saying is cool and this is the way to go. So sometimes everybody laughing and thinking I'm roasting the clown. I'm not roasting the clown. I'm strategically making some shit cool. That ain't cool over there. This is cool over here. And once you think that it's cool, then we can get into a mature conversation because you trust me, because you think this is the cool shit. You feel me?
Yeah, I respected the way that you went about it, because you not only did you say what is wrong with him, you pointed it back to everybody else. All right, what's wrong with us? Why are we watching that? Why does he have so many views? Why are you sending him money? Like it makes you have to reflect on yourself. Like, okay, why am I so attracted to his trauma? You know what I mean?
I like you said that. Why am I attracted to his trauma?
The last thing I want to say is we just got to make it. We got to match their energy. If people want to get on and preach and put out a positive light, we got to match their energy. It can't be boring. It can't be a whole bunch of repeating the same words over and over. It has to be like, let's get to the next thing, because these people that get on here and they do the to trigger that dopamine just so people can tune in and get the laughs and stuff. There has to be more dynamics than just, like we sitting in the church pews listening to the preacher. A lot of people don't like that on YouTube. They like the things that make them want to first fuss and cuss and laugh, and degrading people. It feels good. It feels good when it happens. I've been a part of a lot of that in these 15 years on social media. I mean, I've seen the most of it. So like I say, man, I propose that we get more active and engage with people outside, and not just the people who are getting all the views just by talking with all the drama and the mess. Like, we get out and engage the community with this. Like, we take it to them. They actually get to feel our energy on who we are and what we are. Because a lot of these other people that get on here and they do the pseudo talking and stuff, they ain't about that. So I don't ever really pay attention to them guys. But hey man, real recognize real when you see real. If you ain't real, you never know real. Do real things and you get real results. It's been real, man. I appreciate you for letting me speak. and I subscribed and everything. So I'll see you again, family. Mr. Nelson,
Anytime.
your words and everything in the angle that you came at, and everybody else who came through.
Thank you, man.
Salute, my
Respect.
brother. Salute to everybody that came out. Salute to you, Nielsen, counseling. I know. I don't know how it takes. Like it's really hard to get on there. I don't know how the process goes, but I think that with the bigger platform that Kwame has, you will be a great asset to be on Kwame's stream, man. And is this the name of your YouTube channel too?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm make sure I type that in another window to subscribe to you when this is over with.
I appreciate that. I'm new to it, so I got stuff up there, but I don't got no followers like that anyway. But
it
I appreciate
it don't even matter, man. But you need any help or whatever, email me at John Crimes, and I appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming on, man.
Thanks for having me, man.
All right. I this is bad on me. You know what I'm saying? I was worried about having Duke on. I kind of stereotype Duke from the way he looked with the tats on his eyes and everything. I'm like, oh Lord, I'm about to debate. I love shit like that. I love when people are completely different than what you think that they are. Shout out to my man Duke. Shout out to everybody that came on the platform. The one thing I do want to say about what Duke said is when he said we should all work together. We are. This is a portion of it. I ain't had nobody want to work me two months ago. And the money and the drives that Kwame is putting in. I'll be in Brunswick on August 3rd, 2nd when he do his thing. So people are working together. But at the same time, it's a little harder because you want to assume that everybody got a good purpose, but there are some people who are here solely for money. So if they see everybody going left saying a positive message, they want to come on and go right and do something else and derail the situation because to them that's the quick buck with being selfish, and that's one of the things that derail people from working together. You know, you're a little iffy with whoever you contact or whoever you work with. The first guest I had, Busy YouTube Street TV, what he called his name or whatever, he helped me out. So instead of me having to sit up there and play Hassan Campbell the whole freaking time and listen to that BS, he jumped right in and said the greatest thing he heard was when Hassan said that everybody got mental issues. And to me, that was the worst shit I heard, and which made me go live. And I'm glad we got guests that was able to come on and talk about the situation. So I think it was a good live. I think it was a great live. I would keep y'all up here, but I'm selfish. And I want to go finish the cigar that I started with a nice relaxing drink and get prepared for my Friday tomorrow. So I'm going to end this. There were more women waiting and to go live on here, but they didn't wait long enough. So they left. I did want more women to come on. My mod Queen was on here first. She was the first person. I skipped Queen because Queen is a strong motherfucker. She is strong. I know. I've been knowing her for years. She's so strong. I want to hear from somebody else and then have Queen come on with me to finish it because I can talk with Queen. You know what I'm saying? We like that. But she had left too. So I wanted to say this in case Queen didn't think I saw. I saw she was the first person on. But I know how strong Queen is. Me and Queen would have talked for about goddamn 2 hours. So I want to get other guests on and then bring her on since she my mod. She come on at any time. So Queen, if you come back and watch it live, you see why I didn't choose you first. But besides that, thank you guys for checking me out. Thank you guys for coming over. I'm gonna end it with a song like I always do. Well, hold on, I may not end it with a song. If I find a song, I end with a song like I always do. Since we're talking about the kids, I'm gonna play questions, and then we'll be up out of here. Or I may not play questions, depending on if my external hard drive plugged in, I'll play it, and then we'll be up out of here. And then anybody want to come on, I'll go live every single day, or I put out a video 7 days a week. So catch me next time. One thing I don't want people to think, man, I get so scared. I be thinking that when y'all think I take up for the youth, I don't see nothing wrong. And it's not like that. I'm not black or white, bro. I see issues. I see problems. I see rap. I see the drug. But I also see that these motherfuckers is way better than. I don't know where y'all grew up. If you 40 years old, or you're in your late 30s or early 40s. I don't know where the hell you grew up, but I don't know how you can grow up in the hood during that time period and not see that these kids are doing better than what we did. You know, I just don't see it. Maybe we can get a guest to come on that can break it down and show me. I just don't see it, bro. These kids are doing way better than what we did, and we be talking about them like they so strung out and so lost. All right, here it is.
Hot boy, you know what I mean? But for real, I'm waiting for you to spit some shit besides these female songs. You feel me? So whatever you got in your bag, you gonna bring that shit to me. For real. One.
Let the first one perfect stand up. Whoever stands up, I want some answers. I want to know what happened to our grandmas, or why they 32 with 2 little grandsons, or why some white folks voted for Trump, then get mad when he fucked they shit up. I want to know why you in this club line when your diaper count is now down to 5. I want to know what's inside of ass shots, but shit don't know. I hope her ass right. I want to know, do haters hate? And if that's true, does that prove that self-hate? I wonder, would you care if those fake? If no one else can prove that those ain't? I want to know, do you really want to help, or do you help others because it's best for self? Would you be happy with a 2-inch dick if every chick you hit just love that shit? I can't relate, but that question great because it shows me you care about what others say. See yourself, boy, promise this the best joy. 37, could this really be the best John? I don't know, but I want to see some tip. When the bullets came, why at the best run? Big, quick count when the bitch fits. If he stays out green, will he get grits? Will she lie, call the cops, say he got eyes? Tell his kids he don't care, he don't drop by. Damn, she a hot 9 there, but he not right. Wonder will he do it for the gram, cause they got live. 10 all the way to 0 is the new gone. She tried to use Snapchat, he had 2 phones. Black and white making 2-tone. Would you stand in line if Apple made a blue phone? I got questions, man, arrest them, hands down, put that gun on that dresser. Funny thing is, this will be a blessing. Cause in the real world, just blown from Smith and Wesson. When liberals and the right kill niggas live, but it's still trying to make his pockets bigger. Fall back, hands up, let's get ready, DJ, jubilant boys, get this a celebration, do the Charlie Murphy dance by giving 4 thumbs down, but with 2 hands. R.I.P. to everybody I see, cause before or after me, we all gotta leave. I'm not all I need, to be honest, it's we. Cause what's a cause if it's not enough to breed? What's a seed if it's not enough to tree? What's a dream if it's not enough to leap? Nigga, jump off, fly, and don't look down. Like Sodom, make a more story, bird a cow. Man, I wonder what this shit is really worth a gal. 10 seconds after coming, was it worth a gal? You didn't kid everybody from the suckers down. If everybody dead, who the fuck was in the crowd? Billy the Kid, Billy the Dead, Scarface. What a waste, them niggas you looked up to blown away. So I looked up to the man with my face and told him every day that I can't, y'all. Pop your collar if you make good choices, and don't give a fuck about they Rolls Royces, but give a fuck about all the voices saying help others and don't ignore me. It took me to see the all of me. With that peace of mind came luxury. So I wonder will these motherfuckers get it? I wonder will these women stop paying and make them split it? I wonder will they stop posting that they son suspended? I wonder why they keep posting they don't fuck with niggas. I wonder why when they rap they keep self-snitching. I wonder why where they from they think they trap different. I wonder why these motherfuckers really fuck with Clinton. I wonder do these motherfuckers know a private prison? Do they know a diamond cut don't mean a diamond in it? And if the bills ain't paid it means that I ain't winning. Wonder why he think he hard with the iron with him. Nigga never eating green, ain't no iron in them. If the blind and the blind winning. If my people losing, ain't no way that I'm winning. Man, I keep asking questions, what?
Yo, I was gonna leave. I was just gonna turn the live off after the song, but one line in the song made me want to say to YouTube Street TV or Busy, you know, whatever name he go by. He said, "It don't matter who says it; it's about the message," which he never proved that there was a message. But I said, if the blind lead the blind, then the blind, I forgot what words I said, but like if the blind lead the blind, then the blind winning. The blind can't lead the blind, bro. You don't go to a sane asylum to listen to another person in the sane asylum, bro. Who says a message matters. And when you think that it don't matter, when you're willing to be led by a serial killer who has no problem murdering and cutting up your whole family because he says one thing right that a billion other motherfuckers are saying, then that's where your issue is going to lie. If the blind lead the blind, ain't no blind winning. If my people losing, ain't no way that I'm winning. Man, I keep asking questions, but